Yes, yes. What up? We are back, yo. Another Wednesday. Salute to the chat. Sam, what up? Justin, what up? This is gonna be fun. And I wasn't gonna do this episode. I wasn't gonna do this stream, and I was like, you know what? Had a great idea last week to do it, and I said, yo, based on the conversation and the responses, I'm like, yo, we gotta do this. I gotta do this. It's only right. Jason, what up? Salute. If you want to join us for this, I'll drop the link in the chat. Shout out to the hip hop Jedi's worldwide. We got to do this, man, because there's been a lot of talk about who should be on this list and who shouldn't. And I have my top 10, and I'm gonna have some honorable mentions, but everybody ain't making the list. I don't know why I didn't do this before though. I feel like I should have did this like years ago, but we doing it now. God damn it, we are doing it now, and it's long overdue. I'm waiting for like Rocker to get here and Reg and anybody want to join us for the list. Let me know your picks. And I if you see the question on the screen, this is because of last week, and I put the question is, does Fabulous deserve to be on top 10 Brooklyn rapper MC of all time? Now, to me, he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? But there's people saying what up. There's
So
people that I know that love Fabulous, and that's why I put that question out there.
Fabulous is whack.
Now, Sam, I'm gonna ask you before you say that. I'm gonna ask you: do you think Fabulous should be on a top 10 Brooklyn MC list of all time?
Album wise or
No, all everything, album, mixtape,
nah.
legacy, everything, everything.
Nah.
For me, it's a no. I think he's good. I don't think he's the New York top. We're doing a top 50 New York rappers of all time. Just New York. It's not Jersey. If for a list like that, you have to be great. It just can't be your mixtapes were better than your albums, and that's all. That's your whole legacy.
Mm-hmm.
He was really just a mixtape artist.
I actually agree with you because even I
so
don't want to
that
get
was
too
a
ahead of
conversation
myself.
where there was another platform that I saw the list, and they did female rappers of all time. They had Nicki Minaj #1 over Queen Latifah and MC Lyte. I'm like, bro,
I don't
like,
get the
who's
lore
doing these lists,
behind
bro?
Nicki Minaj being the best female
She
artist.
fell off.
I keep seeing that all over the place. I don't know where it's coming from.
I don't know either. I don't get it. But they're going off with, if you look at the comments they're going off with streams. They're going off of the accolades. I'm like, yeah, but is her legacy just as good as Lauryn Hill or Latifah?
No,
you know what I'm saying? And that's the same question I have with Fabulous. Like I said last week, I said I got the whole boot camp clique over Fabulous.
Yeah.
Same.
The whole clique. OGC, Helter Skelter, Smith and Wesson, Buckshot, the whole clique over Fabulous. I think the legacy it means more to the genre than Fabulous ever did. And I like Fabulous. I think Fabulous is dope. I have a couple of Fabulous albums. He's dope. I've seen him live. But if his legacy is just the mixtapes and that's it, he's never gonna make the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame off of mixtapes.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
And it doesn't help he's kind of been, missing for the last, I would say, damn near 10 years.
Right.
So.
He hasn't dropped shit in 7 years. His last collab was with Jadakiss, that album. That was 9 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
What have you done for me lately, Fab? This is what have you done for me lately ever that we living in right now?
He's just a glorified podcaster at this point.
Exactly. right? And with a bunch of other mediocre artists on there. Jim Jones is mediocre. Mano, I never liked Mano. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of mediocre dudes that he's with. I'm like, bro, Dave East is dope, but even with him, it's like I don't see greatness in Dave East. He's dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm like, bro, like to get on a list like this all time with Master Ace, with Big Daddy Kane and Light and like, come on.
I think people forget how easy it is to count 50 great rappers. There's so many rappers and so many of them are so damn good. You can easily get to 50 so quickly, and I think people forget that. Like when they just hear the name Fabulous, they're like, "Oh, Fabulous, he had a lot of success. Of course, he's top 50." I'm like, nah, man. There's so many other people out there that are worthy of that, man.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So like we're doing the list because we did the West Coast list. I think it was last year or a couple months ago. We did the top 50 West Coast rappers list of all time, and people were pissed off about that list because they felt like there was some artists that should have been on that list. Where was Hyrule Crew? Where was this? You know what I'm saying? And this list was compiled by all of the Jedis in the group chat, right? So now we're doing the East Coast list, and I know people are gonna say shit because not everybody's gonna be on that list, right? So that's just for New York. This list is for Brooklyn, like top 10 all time. You can have honorable mention, but my whole question was, does Fab belong on an all-time list like this?
50, no.
Top 10, even top 10. Does he belong on the top 10 all time?
Of course not. Yeah, if you're not at 50,
you say of course not, but there's other people that feel differently that he should be on the list like that.
Yeah, but those are people that are just like, when people say like stuff like that, like, and it's like so easily like, well, yeah, Fab is top 10. That just tells me they just they don't know too much ball. You know what I mean? Like, they're they just know the surface level of hip hop. They don't know the in depths of everybody that's done hip hop. So it is what it is.
Justin said all mid New York rappers that Fab is with. He talking about like on the podcast or whatever, right? So that was my whole thing. So I'm like, bro, I like Fab. He dope. But all time, that means all the decades we talking about.
No.
All time. I don't think he's making it. At least for me, he's not making that list. You know what I'm saying? But this is why I wanted to have this stream, because I wasn't going to do this. I'm like, you know what? After all the talk last week, let's do this list. You know what I'm saying?
So sure, I see people with Lloyd Banks in their top 5 and shit too. So, and I love Lloyd Banks, but come on, man.
I mean, I like Banks more than Fabulous. I will say that. I do like Banks more than Fabulous.
True.
I think he made better albums to me. You know what I'm saying?
He does.
And even now, like, he's still relevant. He's still dropping heat now. What have you gave us, Fab? It's been 7 years. What have you dropped? A couple of R&B features, but he was doing that anyway, right? A couple of freestyles.
You think Mos Def is underrated?
I don't think
he's someone in the chat said Mos Def is underrated.
Justin says he thinks he's underrated.
Underrated?
I hear that. I do hear that about Mos Def. I do hear that he's underrated.
Yeah. He's underrated?
Yes.
As far as Brooklyn?
Yes. Because let me tell you, because people gonna put Fab before Mos Def. That's my whole point.
Yeah.
They're gonna put Fab before Mos Def and before
Mos Def's light years above him.
Exactly. That's my whole point. His legacy is more.
I think Mos Def is high regarded by everybody, though, isn't he? Like, I would never see anybody under.
Yeah, but for Brooklyn, unless you like a real like underground head, they're gonna pick Fabulous before Yasin Bey or Talib Kweli. They're gonna because Fab was out there more. Mos Def dropped a couple projects. He started acting. You don't see him too much. He's like the Dalai Lama. You know what I'm saying? So
underrated to me is like if I would say like, yo, Joel Ortiz is underrated. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He is underrated though.
That's underrated to me. Mos Def though, he's like
bro, I'm telling you, they're gonna say Yasin Bey's underrated, Joel Ortiz, LP
J.
is from
Rue.
Brooklyn. J. Rue, nobody mentions J. Rue or LP. The LP's from Brooklyn.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Sky Zoo. Nobody
Sky
mentions
Zoo's
him.
underrated.
Saigon.
Guys,
Yeah,
yeah.
I love Sky Zoo. You know what I'm saying? My favorite album from him was the Easy Truth with Apollo Brown. Classic album. Nobody mentions that.
I never
Saigon.
got into Sky Zoo, but I know he's dope. I don't
He's
know
dope.
why I haven't got into him.
He's dope. Saigon is from Brooklyn. Nobody mentions him.
After
You know what
Raw.
I'm saying? Nitty Scott MC. Alpha Ra. He's dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot, but it's like I'm not going off for the mainstream. I'm going off for like the whole shit, not just the mixtapes. Because if we're gonna go mixtapes, Tyler Crowley did mixtapes too. That got slept on. Yeah, and he had great albums too. That got slept on. Good group albums, Black Star. He had the joint with Ninth Wonder, Indy 500. That was fire. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying like all time, it's a lot of great MCs. Everybody ain't making the top 10 though. You know what I mean? Justin said Fab is gonna be over definitely AZ in quality. See, I think AZ is better than him. I think AZ makes
I
better albums than him.
agree. I love
Easy.
AZ.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're talking like punchlines and metaphors, I'll probably give it to Fab. But AZ's delivery is not changed since he came out. Like he has the same smooth delivery from 95 all the way to now. You know what I'm saying?
The one thing that I critique about Fabulous though, and it's like a catch-22 because his prize is the punchlines.
Right.
But at the same time, he does so many, he doesn't land all of them. So he'll say like a bunch of whack punchlines, and then he'll say like two really good ones, and it's like, oh,
Right.
But like that's the reason why I can't get into Fabulous, because he'll say something like my dog barks like a tree, and then next line he'll say something really dope. So yeah.
It's all good. It's all good, Jason. It's all good, bro. But now we can get on here. John Dixon said, do they count Guru as a Brooklyn rapper, even though he's from Boston? See,
No.
but Guru moved over here though. Like you got to be born and raised in Brooklyn. He moved over here with Queen. Cause I thought about Guru too. I'm like, well, Guru wasn't born here. He moved over here.
Right.
It's just like with Common. Like Common, he lived in Chicago. He was born and raised out there, but then he moved to New York at a certain point.
But what do you? Because I saw the West Coast thing you did, and I saw Exhibit on there.
Right.
And Exhibit is from the West Coast, but he's not from LA.
He's from Detroit.
Right.
So,
but he like he I don't want to say he grew up in California. Like he made his living.
He went to California for rap. Like he was,
Right.
that it wasn't like he grew up anywhere in California. He specifically went to California to pursue his rap career. So,
see, but
like,
he like is he? But he see like when you associate Exhibit, it's with West Coast hip hop. So he's one of them.
But it's kind of like the same thing with J. Rue, though.
What you mean?
Where he came from, Boston or whatever he came from, then came to Brooklyn.
J. Rue was from Boston? I thought he was born and raised here.
Guru.
I'm sorry. I meant to say Guru.
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 Okay.
Yeah, he came from Boston, then and pretty much made his name in Brooklyn.
I don't know. That might be an asterisk we got to put next to his name. Like he not from here, but he made his living out here.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know, like Tupac, right? Tupac was born here, but
in Harlem.
I feel like when they associate with Pac, it's like West Coast. I'm like, but he didn't grow up. But he grew up. Well, he moved to the West Coast, but he didn't grow up out there. He was born here. He was born in New York City.
The reason why I say Pac is more valid is because he actually went to like school in the West Coast,
but he moved around. Like he went to Baltimore. He went to Oakland. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the last part of his career was out in California. So, but he's New York. He's one of us. You know what I'm saying? Justin said Necro. I love Necro. Like Necro, the horrorcore rap. He's a dope producer, dope rapper. He has like classic albums. You know what I mean? For real. Yes, sir. What up?
What's up, bro? How's it going?
What's good? Chilling. How you?
I'm good. Just getting in the house.
It's all good. We talking about the top 10 Brooklyn rappers of all time.
Oh man.
I know it's a hard list because a lot of people gonna be left off of the list. You know, my main question was, do you feel Fabulous belongs on the list?
No.
Is he a top 10 all time?
No.
I tried not to.
I got a yes for you. Huh?
I was trying not to put him on the list,
But
I like at the last minute. I'm like, man, I guess I got to, man. But I really didn't want to put him on the top 10. I really was trying to. I was trying to put like people like OC on, or like Buckshot and stuff like that. But I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like Fabulous did do a lot more than those artists.
Rocco, what up? What's good, bro?
What's up, Rocka?
What up, fellas?
Jason said Guru said he got more love in New York than Boston, so he claimed to be NYC or Boston. Yeah, he did. He made a song. The gang song made a song called "The Planet." That was about Brooklyn, him being in Brooklyn and all that.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, Rocka. Like I wanted to do this list because of last week, and I never Ray. Shout out to Ray Lansky. Ray is the only one that I know to champion Fabulous like that, because I don't know anybody else, even in Brooklyn, that love Fabulous like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, we got this list now because like top 10 Brooklyn MCs of all time. And I don't feel my whole question was, do you feel like Fabulous needs to be on the list?
I feel like he did enough.
You feel like he did enough to be on the list?
For Brooklyn, for a Brooklyn list, he did enough. But if we're just talking about an overall scheme of just hip hop and stuff like that,
right?
Yeah, I would no.
I don't know, man. Brooklyn got some some hard hitters for 10.
I've been saying it.
It's like to be in that top 10, you gotta hold some weight.
I mean, I have 5 people in my honorable mention that could take Fab's spot, but I just feel like even if I like those 5 honorable mention people that I put down there, even if I like them more than Fab, I still think Fab did more in his career than they did.
No, but I hear you want the career, but see, for me, it's like,
oh wow, okay.
There's a lot of people that had quote unquote successful careers, but the skill level is different.
Yeah, that's a different conversation. If we're talking about skill level, my list is probably going to be a lot different. But if we're just going to try to like talk about everything, not just skill, just everything, combine everything, skill, success, songs, albums, then that's how I kind of rate it. I just try to put everything together.
The thing I look at when it comes down to talking about like the MCs, like the great MCs, I always look at skill level and their influence on other MCs in the culture.
Yeah,
it's like, because a lot of people can say they influenced the culture, but they really didn't influence the culture. They kind of sent it going backwards, but they still got a lot of recognition because the machine was behind them, and they had that.
Yeah.
It's just
it's a lot more that goes into music than just skill, and that's the only reason why I don't like to just base it off of just strictly skill, because there's people that are very talented that just don't know how to make a song, don't know how to make a classic album, just don't have the overall appeal.
That's different though. What you're talking about is albums. It's like, to me, when you talk about albums, like who made classic albums, that's a different story than MCs. Because MCs now we're really talking about their ability to write, because that's what an MC is, So it's like, but
if you can't write a song, you're not an MC.
But
You
what
can't
what
be
makes
considered a great MC.
but what makes a good the question the thing is when you say a good song that can be subjective to some. You know, like because
I
there's some
mean,
people that make
go ahead.
platinum albums, but they really don't make good music. So it's like, and then you can look at people that make good songs, like, and I'm trying not to use certain things because this is my brother's platform, and I don't want to bring no negative anything to his platform. But
Nah, it's
there's
all
some
good.
art.
We want the smoke. It's all good. It's all good. Speak your mind,
It's
man.
like there's certain artists, bro. Like I give an example of one artist. Like you have somebody like you know I'll use Fabulous as an example. You have Fabulous, and then you have somebody like Mos Def, right? Mos Def. If you look at Mos Def's catalog and his songs, he may not have made a lot of albums, but he makes good music.
Right.
Good music. I
Absolutely.
mean,
That's what I
and
said. Yeah.
I mean, he makes really good music. But does he have the same notoriety as Fabulous? Probably not.
No.
You know,
But I think he
Depending on
do.
who
I
you're
think he
talking to.
does.
no,
I
I'm saying,
think
but
he
Yeah,
to see,
depending on who you're
The,
talking
see,
to,
the
I
thing
think.
is, yeah. See, the thing is, this is where like the underground audience and the mainstream audience are gonna clash because most of might be more recognizable than Fab because he's an actor too. He's been in high
that's what
profile
I was gonna
movies,
say. That's what I was
right?
gonna say. But as an
So
artist,
unless you're like a underground head, you're not gonna know who Most Def is. You're gonna go with the mainstream and be like, oh well, I remember Fab from 106 in Park.
yep, yep,
You know what I'm saying?
yep, yep, and that's my
So
thing.
I would say he is just as recognizable as Fab. It's just that he wasn't out there like Fab though. He wasn't out there all the time.
Yeah, and when I say recognizable, to see Fab, you can say him in different in different generations. You can mention him to different people of different generations, and they'll memorize him or they'll know of him because of something in this generation where he's coming up. He's come up, and most Def is not in the media like that. And so it's like
Right.
they hear it. You now you got to look for Yasin Bey, so it even makes it more obscure because it's like a whole different name now. But it's like I look at those artists like Killer Priest and stuff like that, right? You have artists like those that come out, make good albums because Heavy Mental was a classic album.
Underrated.
Yes, but
Yeah.
nobody
Yeah.
will talk about it.
Definitely.
They will be like, he won't even come up in the top 100.
You know why? Because it's more than just skill. You know what I'm saying? Like with music.
Right.
That's the point I'm trying to make. Like, and we talked about this with like even a guy like AZ. I remember we talked about this before. Like AZ, skill wise, it might be better than Nas. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy talented. But there's some reason why Nas is here and AZ is here. As far as careers, and it has to do with the ability to do more than just be skillful with lyrics. You know what I mean? Like you gotta
Okay,
know
man.
how to write songs, like actually write good songs.
Let me use a
And
comparison.
AZ makes good songs,
He
but
makes
it's just
good
not
songs.
the same.
Well, let me use a comparison. Let's say Rucker Park, right? Rucker Park had some people that was out there that was more talented than people than the NBA, right? They were like, because I've been out there. Rucker Park had some talent that never made the NBA, and if you put them on the court with some of the players in the NBA, they'll mop the floor with them, right? But the fact that they didn't have championship rings, did that make them less of a player?
I think I don't think that's a fair
It is.
comparison right there.
Let me tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why it's a fair comparison.
Music.
Now I get what he's saying though. Let
me say something real quick. Let me tell you the reason why I say it's a fair comparison. Because I'm an artist myself. I produce, I write, I do all of that, right? And I know what it takes to put into it. But I also know that to be a wordsmith, not everybody can do that. A lot of people can emulate other people's skill sets and make good songs by emulating, but it takes a lot for somebody to be genuinely skilled and themselves, not mocking somebody else that they heard that went platinum. That to me takes skill. When you can, I look at Wu Tang. When Wu Tang came on the scene, there was nothing like it, right? Nothing like it. Everybody was emulating Dr. Dre with the little gangster flute, right? The G Funk era and all that stuff. And then here comes Wu Tang. Boom! They hit the charts running with something that was, some of the beats were offbeat on purpose. Being a producer, I can hear.
Right.
I can hear where the sample is off just a little bit, just off. But it was like they were just so genuinely them, like Big Daddy Kane. Who's like that? Who's like Rakim? Where's that? Where's that? You know, and to me, that's why I think that when we talk about skill writing, like the skill of writing, there's a lot of elements to it than just writing 3/16s or 2/24s in a hook. It's more to it than that. It gets more fine-tuned and defined than that, because remember the way we started off, it had nothing to do with 16. It had everything with battling in the park, and you battled until you couldn't say nothing else. So to me, when we talk about songs, that's a whole different thing. Now we're talking about, are you the industry standard? Can you write good 16s?
I think we're talking about two different things. I get what you're saying, but me personally, I'm not talking about people that are emulating or faking the funk. I'm talking about people that can make songs and are also skillful, not just artists that are just skillful and can't make songs. That is my point. The artists, my top 5, people that I love are people that can do it all. So that's how I judge. That's how I judge, music, and how I judge artists. I judge artists based off of, can they make songs? Can they make a classic album? And do they compromise their lyrics? Are they still delivering skillful lyrics? Can they do all three? That's a skill that people don't have. A lot of people can only just do one of them. And I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about people that can have all three elements at the same time, not just one, not just be a rap lyrical genius, but just can't make songs or albums. I'm talking about someone that has the whole package. So that's how I view artists.
You feel that? And I know this is not a Brooklyn MC, but I'm gonna ask this question: do you feel like Rakim is the full package?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
For sure.
Now, do you feel like Slick Rick is the full package?
I think he is. I think
Most
he is.
definitely.
Yeah.
What about OC?
Definitely.
OC,
Hell yes.
Okay.
I think OC
now,
is, yes. He just
now,
didn't do it.
I just named 3 artists, right?
Mhm.
Like I named one of those 3 artists that I named probably ain't never seen a gold plaque whatsoever. And but
what does that mean, though? Like,
but
I'm not
listen
talking
what
about gold plaques. I'm
no,
just
but
talking
listen
about,
what-
did they make good music?
I'm talking about OC.
I'm not talking about sales or anything.
No. But see, this is what I'm saying though. Like being in that industry, bro, because I was in that industry in the 90s. And the one thing that I did learn in that industry, I can tell when people have ghostwriters. I can tell when people are taken from somebody that's near them, or they're taking a formula. You can tell when you hear the formula because that formula is there, and you can tell. Like Children's Story, if you count those bars and those verses, that's not a normal formula. Like if you listen to Time's Up, that track was not a radio track. That wasn't even a natural formula. The stuff that he was saying was taboo. He was going against the grain, and that's why I say it's subjective. And I think we all have our own opinions about it. That's why I say it's subjective, because when you talk about something, it depends on what's important to that person. And to me, it's like message is important. Are are you delivering a strong message? Can your lyrics stand the test of time? Like we talked about the other week, like the song The Message. Like, can that song is old, but the lyrics on that song can be recited today.
Yeah, I think we're talking about the same exact thing.
Okay,
We value,
all right.
We
Okay.
value the same thing. My only thing is I'm not just only stuck on lyrical skill. I'm stuck on all the elements of being an MC, not just one element.
What elements are you speaking of? I just want to make sure I'm clear.
I'm speaking, like I said, I'm speaking on the ability to make songs, the ability to still deliver, unique style, unique lyrics, not compromising any of your lyrics on even big songs. Still delivering. Like Ghostface, one of my favorite rappers. He'll make a song and he doesn't compromise. He'll make a big song and it doesn't compromise. Same thing with Nas. He'll make a big song, doesn't really compromise his lyrics. What I mean? He still delivers what you expect Nas to deliver. So, I'm talking about those kind of rappers. That's the type of stuff I value. People that could give you the full package and not just one. There's a lot of one-trick ponies out there that are super good. I can, Cannabis. We'll just say Cannabis. Amazing. I mean, like amazing. But come on.
But
He's a one-trick pony. He only has one element to him. He never mastered the other part, and you can't undermine those other elements that make you an MC.
But I think that comes down to production as well. Like some people are blessed to work with, because see, producers, being a producer myself, I know that a producer will bring that out in the artist. I don't care how dope the artist is. The producer that they work with is a key element to bringing out that polished song. That's
all part of it, though. That's all picking your beats and being able to deliver on a beat.
On the beat, because like there's some songs that I've heard from Cannabis. I was like, okay, these are dope. Then there's some I was like, okay, it's not my cup of tea. But the one thing I always say about Cannabis, and it's like, and I'll say this to the end, is like that battle with him and LL is what harmed his career.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last part you said.
I said that the battle with LL and Cannabis, that was a hard thing for his career, because LL was such a career ender.
Yeah.
People don't give him a lot of credit. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm going and talking about. We talk about the top 10.
That's so good.
Brooklyn.
You're good. Good.
It's like
I agree with everything that you're saying. Like the Cannabis thing. See, even if the battle never happened, you still gotta blame Wyclef for his first album. Wyclef fucked that album up because he thought he was a super producer. He's not that. You know what I'm saying?
But it's also in Cannabis too, man. He didn't pick the right beats.
I know, but Cannabis can only do so much as a lyricist, right? When you have remember Wyclef introduced him to the world with the refugee camp, right? He was overseeing that album. He fucked that album up. Then he fucked up John Forte album and then City High album. You know what I'm saying? Like he was doing this continuously. It's not just Cannabis. You know what I mean? Like them albums was not good, bro. Like Wyclef was not a super producer. He never was.
Do you guys remember Lord Ramsey?
Cannabis is a dope lyricist. No?
Do you guys remember Lord Ramsey that was down with Latifah? Can you hear me?
Lord Ramsey?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lord Ramsey that was down with Latifah.
I never heard that. Oh,
I heard that name before.
Yeah, she used to mention him all the time. He was like, that was like her right hand man, Lord Ramsey. That was my brother. That was like a brother to me. And there's something that he taught me when I was down, like when I was with them. He taught me something that really made sense. Me and my brother, Samuel Christian, he did a song with Mos Def. And like one thing that he taught me and my brother was like you have to be a student. Even though you're a dope MC, when you get in the studio with a producer, you have to become a student. And I was a producer, but I still have to become a student when I got in the room with another established producer. And the labels, a lot of people don't know, the labels chose the tracks sometimes that you rhymed over. It wasn't so much just you. And a lot of artists is not going to tell you that story like, I chose this. I wasn't able to choose the tracks that I wanted because the labels wasn't going to pay for it. You got to remember that they were paying for it. So a lot of artists, their albums, they may not even like, but they have to put it out.
I heard Memphis Bleak say that because he said on his podcast that when they chose Memphis Bleak is he didn't like the beat, but Jay told him this is going to be the first single, and he went along with it.
You know who dealt with a lot of that type of stuff was Mace on his album.
Yep.
Mace didn't want half of those beats that are on his album.
On
Mace
Harlem
wanted
World?
to be, yeah. Mace wanted to be like the fourth member of the Lox. He wanted all the Lox beats, and D Dot, the Mad Rapper D Dot Angeletti, was force feeding him all these beats that Mace didn't want. And even with the Lox, with the Jiggy song and shit like that, they hated that fucking beat. But they did that song as like a parody.
I never liked that song.
They went to the studio, did that song as a parody, as a joke, and it ended up being the number one hit. Their first hit.
I never liked that song. I'm like, they should have picked.
Like, that's an MC. Like, you still don't like the beat, but you're still able to make a song out of it, like a good song out of it. So,
they should have picked Money, Power, Respect as the first single. I never liked that getting jiggy with this shit.
Yeah.
But they were the bad boys, so it wasn't happening.
Right.
It's like,
I know.
I watched a lot of D.
Rock
Angeletti interviews, and he talks about Mace a lot and about that whole process with doing the album.
Yeah,
I want to ask Rock. I know Rock is like eating dinner and all that. I want to get his thoughts on the whole Fabulous thing. I'm like, Fabulous is dope. I don't think he belong on the top 10 all the time though. Not for Brooklyn.
Last week you said that OGC was better than Fab.
Yep. The whole boot camp clique. I got the whole clique over Fabulous.
Damn, OGC, the whole OGC.
The way he said that.
The whole clique. Bernadette Price, Helter Skelter, OGC, the whole clique over Fabulous.
Wow. Hell yeah.
Still Rain Wonder. But that's my favorite one from OGC. That, like, come on, like what? Come on now.
I mean, that's
the whole clique. Bernadette Price is the only. You got to really think about it, right? For a legend like Sean Price, right, to have a epic solo run and keep boot camp relevant for the last 25 years, and then he dies, and his wife is not only controlling his estate, but she's picking up the mic and rhyming too, and she coming out with better projects than Fabulous.
Hell yes!
Like, there's no other hip hop wife right now in the business that's doing it like Bernadette Price though. Like she's killing it right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So yes, but when I told Rocker last week, I'm like, yo, I got the whole clique over Fabulous, the whole boot camp clique.
Well, I because you're from Brooklyn, I respect what you're saying. For me, I kind of I think Fab for what he did from 2001 to maybe 2011, he had a run that ran parallel to what 50 Cent was doing to what.
Hey, yo, brothers, I got to get off of here. I can't stay
on
long.
He had a mixtape run though. He had a mixtape run.
That too.
Okay, it's all good. I'm glad that you just was able to join us for a couple minutes ago.
All right, peace.
Peace.
All right, man. Peace.
What's good with y'all?
What's up, Reg?
Chilling. What up, Reg?
Reg, what's good, man?
What's good?
Yeah,
what y'all talking
coming on?
We talk about
Freezy.
Oh, we got Freezy in here too.
Freezy, what up? Salute.
Hey, salute, fellas. Salute, gents. How y'all this evening?
Salute, man. Salute.
What up, though?
Chilling.
Yeah, man.
You know I had to do this, bro, because this all goes back to last week and that conversation with Ray. And I'm like, yo, I know people love Fab, but all time top 10 Brooklyn, I don't think he deserved to be on that list.
Yeah, you was wrong, bro.
Yeah, man.
No, it was not wrong.
I feel like
It was not
because
wrong.
I thought I
The
was a
whole
Fab
group
hater.
click over Fabulous right now.
I thought I
agree.
was a Fab
No,
hater.
I was not.
But now, like, I didn't expect
No, I'm
everybody
not.
to
I'm
say
not
that
hating
he's
on
not a
Fab.
top
Fab,
10.
Fab is
He
dope.
hating on Fab.
Fab
bro.
is dope. He's a dope artist.
Yo,
He's a
Fab
dope
took his
artist.
parking
But
spot or something, bro.
when we talking about all
Fab took him
time,
in
all
parking spot.
time.
Because I never
No,
really liked Fab,
no,
and I have
no,
him in the
that-
top 10.
Oh,
for
you know
Brooklyn.
that's crap, yo.
I'm sorry, bro.
Who's
I
that?
just
You got Fab in top 10?
yes.
I think he has to be there, bro.
Wow.
I don't
Yo,
even like Fab.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not like I'm saying Fab is the GOAT. I'm just saying
Fab
like,
is not better than
He is
Fab.
not, he's not
Fab
better
should
than
not be in the
Master
same
Ace.
sentence.
He's not better than
Fab
Master
should not
Ace.
be. Fab should not be in the same sense that Jay
That
Woody
I agree with
Nah,
that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yes.
Master. I got a gripe with Master Ace,
Hell no.
man. I'm sorry,
Jay
man.
Woody's first 2 albums.
He's
is better
not
than
an
Jay
authentic
Woody's
Brooklyn
albums.
rapper.
Yes.
to me.
Wildin'.
Jay
Master
Woody's
Ace
first
is not an
album.
authentic
What?
Brooklyn
Brooklyn
rapper.
Dodgers.
Master
Yeah.
Ace came from a legendary
Brooklyn
crew,
Dodgers.
the Juice Crew.
right,
Are you kidding me?
right.
How
Nah,
y'all
that's
disrespect Master
no.
Ace? What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Slaughterhouse.
Brooklyn Dodgers is the only verse I ever
Huh.
really accepted as a Brooklyn artist from
Wow.
Master Ace. Like
What?
he sounded like
Hold
a
up,
West Coast
hold up.
artist
Man
for half
has
of his
great
career. Man.
albums, bro.
Born to Roll, come on. Born to Roll, Jeep ass remix, come on, man.
I
Right.
He
Yeah,
wasn't
sounded like
classic.
a
What I
West
said
Coast
last week.
rapper. I don't know. I didn't
Yeah,
like him, man.
I wasn't.
I feel like he
West
was a
Coast
West
rapper,
Coast
though.
rapper.
I wasn't a fan of Master Ace on Delicious Vinyl. Like he kind of lost me, during that phase of his career.
What am I hearing tonight? Yo? What the fuck am I hearing tonight?
Yo, I
What the fuck
always,
am I hearing?
I always
Already.
felt like the INC days, like that's when I
Oh.
I had to,
Hold
get
up.
off of Ace
So you didn't
for a
like
while.
Slaughterhouse or Sitting on Chrome?
No.
Yes.
Oh, you
I
fucking
felt
kidding me.
like he was jocking. I felt like he was jocking the West Coast. I felt like he was
Yeah,
jocking.
man. That's
Two
why I
of the
never
best
appreciated
content
him.
albums
Like,
in hip hop history. Come on,
I
man.
agree.
Come on, man. What the fuck we doing?
Yeah, what we doing, bro?
What we doing?
I mean,
And-
even the music videos didn't look like it was somebody from Brooklyn or New York. Like, it's just
If I named you
just-
some of the
I
names
don't
right
know.
now.
Fabulous
Yo, I
Ace
felt
House.
like
outside of the Brooklyn Dodgers, man, I was like, even when I saw him on that song, I'm like, oh, he's a Brooklyn artist. I'm like, wow. I
Yeah.
thought-
Brownsville.
Brown.
yeah.
Yeah, I felt like Master Ace. He regained his footing with disposable art.
That was a dope album.
No,
Yeah.
like once he started making those conceptual albums,
That was good.
Brooklyn Story with Marco Polo, that's Master Ace at his
Fire.
best.
Hell,
I
take a look
I
around.
try to pretend like 93 to 95 didn't happen.
Hell.
He's dope though. He's
Yeah,
definitely
one of
dope.
the
That's
underrated
his
debuts
best
in
shit.
hip-hop history.
I just never looked at him as like a Brooklyn artist.
Hey, may I establish something? Like, if you don't make the top 10 of the Brooklyn list, it's not like you whack, right? It's not like 11 through 25 is a
Right.
bunch of damn sorry ass dudes. It's just you, like, you're not
Yeah.
fabulous, right?
I'm just
Like,
not
Fab is
gonna
in the
accept
top
Fab.
10. Like, there's nothing wrong with being 11 through 25.
He's
or
in your
25
top
to
10.
100. Huh? You know who
He's in your
hey,
top 10. He ain't in my
Hey,
top 10.
Try you know who my most slept on top 2 rappers from Brooklyn are. I say it every show.
Ooh.
Let me see what I remember. Is it Big Daddy Kane? Or no? It's not Kane. Is it Skyzoo? Is it Skyzoo?
No.
I might have forgotten you because you said a lot. It's not
He said
Skyzoo.
underrated.
Is
So-
it J. Rue the Damager?
J. Rue the Damager
Underrated?
Yep.
and
Oh,
Sean
J. Rue
Price.
Damager.
Sean
Sean
Price.
Okay.
And Sean Price.
Sean Price.
Those
yeah.
I think are the
Sean Price is in my
most
top
slept
10.
on
Sean Price is in my
Brooklyn.
top 10.
Right,
Oh.
right. So my list is going to be conventional and unconventional at the same time, because I think there are times where Sean Price
Right.
rivaled, in terms of skill, rivaled your Jay-Z's and your Bigs, right? Your Biggies at times. Like, I know
Right.
y'all are not going to sit up here
Yeah.
and risk y'all hip hop reputation on a conversation that centers around, is Sean Price better than the Notorious B.I.G. and Jay-Z? I know y'all not going to do that. And I respect that.
I mean,
right?
that's debatable. A lot of people feel like he is though. There's people that feel like he is.
Come on, man.
I'm not asking the
And
panel
that's
to
good.
do that.
That's
though.
okay. Like
What I'm saying, what
I
I
have
am
no problem with it.
right, but what I am saying though is it's okay for us to say that there's a ton of talent in Brooklyn, right? Dead or alive, there's a ton of
Right.
legendary rappers from Brooklyn, right? And when you get to maybe rapper 5 through 10, we can put them in any type of order, right? Because I assume that
Right.
y'all top 3 is Biggie, Jay-Z, and Big Daddy Kane. I think that's what y'all are gonna say. And if that's what you say, that's okay.
That's exactly what you said for mine already. That's exactly how you have mine.
Right.
It's
So-
like, it's
so
like
if
you
that-
read the list already.
If that's the way you have them, right? Listen, I don't have a problem with it, but I do have a problem with albums that may not have been commercial successes being looked at as failures, right? Because
Fact.
there are certain fab albums that if you wasn't in like a certain mindset, you probably won't get it. Just like certain Nas albums. Certain Nas albums, people are like, yeah, Nas fell off. But when you, as a man, like in your 50s or your 40s, or maybe even your 30s, when you go back and listen to a 28, 29, 30-year-old Nas put out stuff, you're like, oh, I know what he's talking about now, because now I can understand where he was coming from. I understand his mindset, right? And I think that's the thing that happens with Fab. We just dismiss him out of hand because he didn't have major chart-topping success.
Who? You said Fad? Fad don't get that deep, man. We know exactly what we're talking about. We're not gonna grow up 20 years and be like, oh, that's what Fab was talking about.
You're not gonna tell me. So you okay? So you go and respectfully, I say this in the heated conversation. I'm not disrespecting you as a person or a man. Now remember, we just having a conversation. But you gonna tell me that when you was listening to 17, 18-year-old Fab, and then you listen to 25-year-old Fab, you telling me that man ain't changed over 8 years?
No. What did he change?
No.
He still say the same shit. What has he done? What's so different about his music now than the first album? He still does the same shit.
Yeah, he's still heavy.
I can listen to Fab albums because whether he make major steps forward or small steps forward, it's still steps forward, right? Like
he's perfected what he's always been doing. I would say that he's perfected what he's always been doing, but he's never really elevated or changed.
That's who he is, though.
Would you say that Fab's subject matter is pretty vapid?
Yeah, but that's what I was gonna say. It's like, as far as like us catching on to what Fab is saying years later, I don't think that's ever gonna happen because his lyrics are not that deep. You know what I'm saying? It's really face value.
Right. You're saying like did he take steps forward like AZ? Like
No.
the beginning, the first time we heard AZ, we heard a real street dude struggling with trying to be a part of the nation and gods and earth, struggling with that, with the street criminal element, kind of like in a sense like Prodigy. Like you hear the balance between a street guy and a guy that knows he needs to be a better person. And they say it throughout their lyrics. As a matter of fact, they say stuff like, yo, what's up, God? All this stuff to the nation of gods and earth and the early stuff. But when you hear them rap, they're not really talking about like real gods and earth type stuff, right? Kind of like when you heard Grand Pooba in the very beginning. Like you hear Grand Pooba talk more to the ladies, even though he was deep in a certain thing. And as time went by, you saw the evolution of less everything being about the clothes I'm wearing and the ladies I'm getting, and more about the man that I've become. Everybody's not going to be able to put themselves out there like that.
Like if you listen to Sugar Hill from AZ right now, if you just read those lyrics, that's like, you know what I'm saying? That still holds weight. Like it's still something you could be like, damn, he said that. That's what he was talking about.
He's saying
Like
something on
you're
that.
not you're not gonna do that reading Fabulous. My dog barks like a tree. I get you laced up like a sneaker. Like you're not you're not doing that 20 years for he was talking about lacing a shoe and
Right.
he's gonna lace you like he's gonna shoot you. Like no.
I understand. I understand where you're coming from. But you're talking about the major steps. Like I'm talking about the major steps from AZ, from Nas, from Grand Puba, from guys that, and I'm talking about elite lyricists. I'm not just saying anything. Like I'm not gonna like what's the group that Lord Jamar brought? Dead Prez. Like you're not gonna get Dead Prez lyrics.
Lord Jamar? That was Brand Nubian.
No, the group he brought
No, you're
out.
talking about
The group he
the group.
produced, Dead Prez.
Lord
Oh.
Jamar
Dead
discovered
Prez is
Dead
great.
Prez.
Yeah, like you're not gonna get the Dead Prez type lyrics from Fabulous. That's just not his personality. That's not the archetype he is. Like he is just like your cool ass uncle. The tidbits that you get from him, you have to kind of understand you're gonna get a tidbit and not a lesson. You know what I'm saying? Every rapper is not gonna be that. But to say, if we're just saying that Fabulous can't rap or he don't have skills. I mean, come on.
No, but nobody said
No,
that.
I would never say
I
that.
think
We're not saying that.
Fab is more like the old man in the club now, more than a cool uncle.
Yeah, where he may be too old for the club is what you're saying?
I mean,
I just feel like he
look-
just lacks substance in his bars.
Fab
though,
is
you know?
Fab is Mike Trout. He's the Mike Trout of hip hop.
Yeah.
Listen to the things that Fab rap about in 2026.
He's the Mike Trout.
It's about fashion. It's about clothing. It's about him comparing his car to anything white. It's all vapid and it's very superficial stuff, like my man just said, and that's okay. But with that, Fab can't be expected to be looked at in the same light as a J. Rule or an AZ, because
Or even Jay-Z. Even Jay-Z do it.
But Jay-Z's really witty though. And I'm not a biggest Jay-Z fan. I don't want to
He's probably the highest level wittiest rapper to ever exist, to ever breathe breath. Jay-Z is
when he's not kicking
double entendres.
on stage.
Yeah.
When he's not kicking freestyles on stage, I agree.
Right.
Yeah,
because there's still shit like on Reasonable Doubt that you could read the lyrics now and be like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? That was deep. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even catch that, but you know what I mean. So Jay-Z's like a different level of Fabulous is like a Temu version of Jay-Z. You know what I mean? Jay-Z just has a different.
Come on, dog. See, now we being disrespectful.
No, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I could have put it in a better way. I agree, but
I mean,
that's just the first thing that came to my mind.
I mean, if you think about it, like when you think about Rockefeller, I'm talking about everything post Beans getting there. I'm talking about the branding, the Rockaware, the Armadale liquor, like everything about Jay-Z during those years was about luxurious branding, consumerism. Fab's entire career is based on consumerism. How expensive his clothes are, how expensive his jewelry is. How many bad bitches can he pull? More than you. Like that's Fab's modus operandi through and through.
Is he an all-time great at that though, Rocket? Is what I'm asking you. Is he
the
greatest?
I say no. I say no. Because I think Jay-Z is better at it. I think AZ is better at it.
Yep.
Well, if we say punchline rappers, I would have to put Fab as one of the top. You know,
right?
I say Lord Finesse.
It'd be like Fab, Banks, Big L, like that kind of like.
Yeah, Lord Finesse.
Hey, can I say something out loud and y'all promise not to kick me off the panel?
No, I'm not gonna kick you.
I really dislike Lloyd
I hear
Banks.
some Big L hate coming.
Really? You hate Lloyd Banks?
I really dislike Lloyd Banks.
Oh, Lloyd Banks.
Wow.
Listen, and listen, but here's the thing. Here's the thing when I say that though, respectfully, if we could just keep things in context, right?
Right.
I never said Lloyd Banks wasn't talented. I never said Lloyd Banks wasn't dope. I never said that I don't have Lloyd Banks songs in my phone. I do. But when it comes to the talent you're given versus what you got out of the talent, you see a I'll give an example. Guru got the best out of his lyrical talent. Out of his lyrical talent, he probably got the most out of his lyrical talent.
I thought you didn't like Guru. I thought you felt like he wasn't good. You said Guru.
I think Guru is an everyday ham and egg, ham sandwich rapper. But he rapped over dope beats. And
the shit I'm talking about with you.
And he knew how to make great songs. And his ego was small enough where he can put rappers he know is better than him on the same track as him. And think about the song is more important than me being the best lyricist on this song. Right? We've seen Guru over the years with tons of rappers, and we could say just about every song that we heard Guru with another lyricist, the other lyricist was better. Right? But you never saw Guru stop doing his thing because the song itself was more important than Guru's ego. Right. Like Gang Starr being dope is more important than Guru being the best, if that makes sense. And then you take Lloyd Banks.
But Unc, I do feel like his best verse was on Dwick. He outshined Nice and Smooth and everybody on that song.
Of course.
Lemonade was a popular
outside Nice and Smooth.
Come on. But they had that on mugs and on t-shirts. They had that on mugs and t-shirts.
And Bruce Willis.
Come on, man. That's one of his best verses to me.
It probably is, but even in that song that I think they had a song called "The Man" or something like that. Remember that with Group Home and J. Rue the Damager? Anybody remember that from '92?
Yeah.
When J. Rue just bust in and said, "I tap your jaw. I know you heard it before. I step to the microphone and prove my word is law. Front door, don't rhyme, not partial to beef or teeth ambassadors." Like he legit, as soon as they did the breakdown for when Premier did the breakdown for J. Rue to come in, you knew as soon as you heard the breakdown that the best lyricist was coming up. Right? The joint that he did, Above the Clouds. Above the Clouds. Yeah. If we sit here and say in Above the Clouds that Guru even belonged on that song with Premier,
I mean, I wouldn't go that far.
So their verses were not even comparable. Like what Inspector Deck did to that song should be a crime in at least 37 states.
What you feel about the song he did with Jadakiss?
Right where you stand.
Right where you stand.
Yeah.
I love it.
If you want to talk about Guru being out-rhymed, I think Right Where You Stand is Exhibit A. But Above the Clouds, I didn't think Deck, obliterated Guru. Like, I think Deck's lyricism is like business as usual. Like, Deck is, whenever he's appeared on anybody's song, he's always, either had the best verse or the second best verse.
Right.
So to me, I wouldn't really, take any points from Guru on Above the Clouds.
But I'm not though, Rocket. In respect to your point, I'm not taking respect to the point. The point that I'm making is Lloyd Banks with far superior talent does less than Guru with less talent and does a tremendous amount more. Is the reason why me and Lloyd Banks have intellectual beef.
I
Somebody
don't know.
is
I like me personally. I like Lloyd Banks' first album, and there's another album
Love it.
that, and his last few albums that he dropped recently have been pretty decent too.
Yeah.
right.
I think the Course of the Inevitable series is some of his most introspective work of his
Right.
career. So
Right.
to me, as far as I'm concerned, I think once he got away from 50, he was able to reinvent himself without having to have somebody as domineering as 50 basically, you know, going through every rhyme of his with a, with a fine tooth comb.
I
Like to
think
me,
Lloyd Banks'
he feels
main
freer.
problem is just like he can't escape that voice that he got. You know what I'm saying? Like if he wants to change up the vibe or something on a song, he can't really do it because his voice is just so strong and unique. You
Right.
know,
Right. And see, but the point I'm making though is not that he doesn't put out dope stuff. What I'm saying is in the pantheon of stuff, like how many major radio hits does Lloyd Banks have compared to the amount of talent that he has? Is
he
what I'm
has a
saying.
lot. Beamer, Benz, and Bentley.
Yeah.
Is that
There's
like
at least 4 songs on his first album.
so how
Warriors.
many of those joints, like name a Lloyd Banks joint that you would say is a top 300 rap song of all time?
Top 300. I mean, that's
Does he have? Does he? I mean, there's a lot of artists that don't have that though.
Yeah.
But there are, but I think Lloyd Banks in terms of talent is a top 100 lyricist of all time. Right. I think he's in the top one. And rank him where you want. You can rank him 9th or 99th. I don't care. Right. But when that dude raps, he is a talent. Right. He's a talent, bro. But he don't have a mega radio darling like Fabulous. Like Fabulous has probably at least 5, at least 4, well, at least 3. I'll say at least 3 top 500 rap songs, whether it's like with him and someone else, like him and Tamia, him and Lil Mo, him and Fab shows up and he can turn a song into a hit. Lloyd Banks is for the heads like myself. Like the dude that really like lyricism. Like he has lyrical hits, but he doesn't have a Quiet Storm remix. If you get what I'm saying.
But I think that's due to Fabulous being more formulaic than Lloyd Banks. Like if you look at Fabulous' career, he follows a clear formula. Gotta have a song for the ladies. Gotta have a song for the clubs. Gotta have this many references to jewelry. This many references to luxurious name brands. Whereas with Banks, he is far more layered and nuanced than than an MC of this caliber. So and Banks does have the hits, but if you're looking for hits from him, after he broke free from 50, you ain't going to see it because I think Banks, he makes music now more to satisfy his own artistic impulses, not to satisfy 50's bottom line,
Right.
or anybody's bottom line for that matter.
Right. And listen, I agree, Rock. I'm with you 1,000%, bro. If 1,000% is a thing, I'm there with you, right? But there are rappers that legit have top 300. There are rappers that have top 300 songs and they're not even lyricists, bro. Like Sir Mix-a-Lot has a top 300 songs. He may have 2, depending on how you feel about Sir Mix-a-Lot, right? But does Lloyd Banks have a top 300 song? No,
I know Lloyd Banks is definitely a part of a few songs that are definitely in the top 100. You know what I'm saying? It might not be here.
What is it? Name it. What is it?
But even in solo joint, I think what's that show called? Fire. We on Fire. That shit was a big hit. Beamer Benz and Bentley was a big hit.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a few.
But okay, so is it as big as what we do? The freeway joint, the Freeway Beans and Jay-Z joint, the Philly anthem. Is it as big as that?
He has songs as big as that with G Unit. What? Are you serious?
Well, are you saying? Are you asking which song would go off more? You know, in a concert like What We Do versus On Fire.
Yeah.
If you're saying that what we do is going to clear On Fire every time, because it's not just a hit, but it's a cultural standard. You know, in Philly for Rockefeller, its cultural currency has gone further than where it was originally at its most impactful.
Oh man, G Unit popping them things, Stunt 101. Yo, he's endless joints, man.
There are joints. What I'm saying is does Lloyd Banks have a song as big as the joint that Fab did with Tamia? Nah, I don't think so.
Maybe Smile.
Yeah, I don't. And listen, I say this as I'm convicted and struggling with Lloyd Banks at the same time. I just don't know if he has a Shook Ones Part 2. I don't think he has a Quiet Storm remix where a lyricist makes a mega smash. Lloyd Banks don't have that. He don't have even if you go back to, he doesn't have a Rock the Bells, LL Cool J is Hard to Tell. Lloyd Banks don't have them joints, bro. But and there's no disrespect to Lloyd. There's no disrespect to him because he might be a better lyricist than LL. He might be. I would venture to say that he probably is a better lyricist than LL, but he doesn't make the songs like LL make.
And that goes back to me saying his voice. He can't escape his voice. He has this voice that doesn't allow him to be super versatile like the other artists you just named. You know what I mean? Fabulous could go and do a bunch of lady records, then hop on a mixtape and do freestyles with Styles P or Jadakiss, and do shit like that. Lloyd Banks, like his tone really doesn't allow him to jump around like that. He gotta stay in one lane. I mean, I feel like he does well even with the girl songs he did make.
He's great. He's great. But does Lloyd Banks have a slam by Onyx?
Because it's about image too, man. Like, you know what I mean? He might not be like, too hot with the ladies. I don't know. Fabulous is kind of like a sex icon with the ladies. They like him a lot more, the way he looks and shit like that. So there's a lot of elements that go into being, a star and shit like that. Right?
I do think Banks, of the non-mixtape joints, he does have a song in his canon that I don't know if it would rival the song that you just mentioned, but what about Warriors from Hunger for More?
What's my joint?
I like I'm So Fly. Karma was dope. I mean, he does lady tracks well too, man.
Like, because y'all get what I think y'all like understand where I'm coming from with Lloyd Banks. I think the part that may be just a little bit out of y'all reach is I think that man's talent, though, the ability to rap is a very underestimated ability. Like in my mind, I think Lloyd Banks is one of the dopest rappers to come out of New York. I don't care if you're talking about upstate New York, out on the island, in the city. I don't care. I think Lloyd Banks has lyrical talent, right? Like the talent is there, right? But with that, does he have a New York state of mind?
Let me ask you. You're asking people. This is like asking, yo, this basketball player is dumb nice, but is he Michael Jordan though? Like, come on, man. You can't do that, man.
But this is the conversation we're having. We're having the greatest rappers out of a certain area conversation, and I'm just keeping it in that context. because there are other rappers that have the same ability. Like OC can rap, right? OC never had a mega hit. He had a video music box hit, right? A New York hit.
Isn't that still a hit though?
Right.
Video music box hit. If people in mass like it, that means it's a hit. Whether
Right.
it's the box, video,
Agreed.
BET.
Agreed.
I would, but that to answer your question, my answer is a bit of a curveball. I think he does have that if you include his legendary mixtape discography. What about the Victory freestyle? Like he did more with his talent on the mixtapes,
Right.
more than anybody else. And that
But
period-
Triborough
that's what I was saying.
disqualified. But Triborough disqualified mixtapes when we talked about Fab. Was that not what Triborough? You disqualified the mixtape part, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying, yeah, but I'm saying that's his legacy, right? In 5 years, he's gonna be eligible to be nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They're not gonna nominate him for mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? You think about in rap, who they got in now? Biggie, Pac, Jay, LL, Tribe Called Quest, Outkast. They were in there for everything, not just your mixtape. This
albums.
legacy is his mixtapes. That's
No disrespect. The Rock and Roll
and
Hall of Fame.
yeah, but I'm saying for Jay did it all though.
I don't. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame they don't know hip hop. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm saying,
sorry, and I don't mean to be like
I hear
I don't want to be disrespectful to the conversation or whatever or hijack it, right? But when it comes to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, if we're talking about dudes that can just flat out rap, there are others like Coogee Rap that should be
my second favorite rapper.
Yes,
more than Nas.
Right. There are guys that can just do it that deserve to be in commercial legendary status and are not because they are hood legendary status. Right.
I hear you. He has a mixtape. He has a mixtape run, but that's all he has. Like he don't have a Illmatic or a Ready to Die in his catalog. Right? When you ask Fabulous fans what's his best album, they all give you different answers.
Or a J. Rue run. There was a J. Rue the Damager run for like 4 years, like from 94 to 98, maybe. Right. With J. Rue the Damager.
You think it was that long?
It may have been.
No,
I mean,
it was like 93 to like 96.
Like after his second album,
that was it. Yeah.
Even though I fucked with his second album, a lot of people didn't like that second album.
I love the second album.
Where it stopped.
I think a lot of people, I think a lot of people don't like Wrath for the Math because he was taking he was making a lot of critical commentary about their favorite rapper at the time and his producer. And it was competition. Like a lot of people didn't like that he had a lot of things to say about Puffy. And in '96, that was a hot button issue.
Right.
But I still look at Wrath for the Math as his most,
I was just slept on album.
To me, it's his most complete album because
what?
I'm talking about when
hey, Rocket don't disrespect me like that. Rocket Bash is coming straight for my jugular on national TV in front of all these Rocket Bash. Thousands of people are gonna watch this video, and you coming straight for my jugular, bro. You could have did this on the phone. You could have just caught me and went for my jugular, bro. You think the '96 album is better than the '94 album?
Yo, I'm about to head out. I gotta handle something. But thanks for letting me in for a bit. It was nice conversation. I just gotta head out.
Please, Rose.
All right, boss.
Peace.
I think with Sun Rising in the East, it was J. Rue.
You're playing yourself.
It was him near his apex. He had a lot more to say on Wrath for the Math. Like to me, it felt like J. Rue, completely out of the cage. He wasn't going to bite his tongue, no matter what the consequences were. And he said what he had to say, regardless of of what the fallout was, and everything that he believed in. You know, all of his everything that he ever rapped about as far as health, as far as nutrition, as far as knowledge of self. He went He went even deeper on Wrath of the Math.
Yeah, I think his commercial success waned because he was talking to people about empowering themselves. And to Rocker's point, and I just want to point this out. If you notice his decline, coincidentally ran up against the Jiggy era.
Yeah,
right.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, it coincided when dudes started doing coonery and buffoonery. Like they didn't even
being a dirty underground rapper in '96 was slowly fading out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like all those rappers started fading out
fast too, bro. And fast. If you notice, that's the same. A lot of rappers that said stuff about that enlightened the audience faded. It started fading in that era. And I can even start with my favorite group, A Tribe Called Quest, started their decline at that same time. As soon as everybody started getting jiggy, you started getting less and less and less of A Tribe Called Quest hits, right? You started getting less of De La Soul. Yeah, a lot of less and less of the I don't want to call it the Daisy Age, but I'll call it that just for context. Like the era from like the right at the Jungle Brothers all the way through the last little bit of A Tribe Called Quest and Jeru the Damager and others. Even Rakim's album, which I think is a masterpiece of lyricism, right, didn't get the commercial acclaim that it should have. Like Rakim's single off his first album, I think that's the best rapping he ever did in his career. And I'm talking about even comparing it to the Eric B. and Rakim days. The Rakim solo album, I think when you look at who was doing what, I think that Rakim album might be the best lyrics I heard in that 96, 97 type in that era. Right. And I'm not saying that there was rappers out there that couldn't rap, because Big Pun was out in 97-ish, I think.
97, yeah.
Yeah, I think there were a lot of great
97,
rappers.
98.
Yeah, I think there were a lot of great rappers out in that 97, 98 window. But
you got Pun, Cameron, DMX. This is a whole Mace. Like, it's a whole bunch of dope.
Right. But what they were talking about is what I'm saying, like the consciousness, like being aware, being a better person, that type thing slowly faded into Bad Boy for Life. Right. Dudes on the golf course showing that they got money and all that stuff, being jiggy and that. You know what I'm saying? And so I said all of that not to hijack and say that them dudes should have changed who they were just for commercial success. I want them to be the opposite. I want them to stay true to who they are. Like,
that was kind of sad, because a lot of them did try to do that though. Like, you see a lot of them try to hire Hype Williams and shit like that to do their videos, and they try to go that route, and it just didn't seem genuine, like, at all.
Jay-Z did it.
Yep.
And it didn't fit. The Sunshine Joint, probably the best song in terms of construction and all that. Is probably the production was dope, the lyrics were dope and all that stuff, but the sense was, it just wasn't genuine. You know what I'm saying? It just felt fake. Jay-Z up there with, you know what I'm saying? Nah, that just don't feel real to me, especially in the throwback Jersey era. Like, nah, my guy, it just didn't, you know.
Can we do the list? Y'all got a list? I wrote an actual list.
I got a list.
All right, I'm gonna do mine, and y'all tell me who would you take out of my list, right?
Can you do the list? Can you do the list completely though, and then we go back and revisit it?
From 10 to 1?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right, so my number 10 is Mos Def. My number 9 is Master Ace. Number 8, I got Jizza. Number 7, I got AZ. Number 6, I got Buckshot. Number 5, I got MC Light. Number 4, I got Sean Price. 3 is Big Daddy Kane. 2 is Jay-Z. And number
Wait.
1
Are you leaving J. Rule Damager off this list, bro?
J. Rule is honorable mention. He's honorable mention. Okay, so I should have had J. Rule on the list. That's
Miss Mocha, fix me 3 pots of coffee. I'm gonna be here all night, okay?
Oh my God. So if I had J. Rule on the list, who are you taking off of the list for J. Rule?
Master Ace.
Master Ace? You're taking off Master Ace for J. Rule. Came from the legendary Juice Crew that had multiple classic albums and still dropping heat now compared to J. Rule.
I watch Master Ace go live every day on
Instagram. My reason is personal because I just never seen him as a Brooklyn artist. So,
but he's from here. I've seen him. He's from here. He's Brooklyn. You know,
just didn't rep it like that. I don't know.
Like if you were to ask a non-New York person who's the more identifiable with Brooklyn, J. Rule or Master Ace, that would be your answer.
Yeah, bro, he have an album called Brooklyn. Y'all know that, right? That he did with Marco Polo.
Later. I'm talking about early in his career, like he was clearly not trying to rap Brooklyn. Like I didn't see that at all.
So what? Every artist was to go around and say Brooklyn,
especially in them days. Hell yeah, y'all niggas was loud everywhere, man.
Everywhere, bro. I ain't never met a person from Brooklyn that said they not from Brooklyn. I ain't never in my life. Everybody, I'm like, hey, bro, hey, what we gonna eat for dinner? Son, I'm from Brooklyn. Son. Okay, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I do have another candidate that could replace Master Ace.
Okay.
I'm actually surprised he didn't mention it, Chop Bro.
Who's that?
Special Ed.
Special Ed was on my honorable mention though.
Another Brooklyn rapper with like a mega hit. Like I Got It Made is probably a top 300 rap song of all time. Probably.
Master Ace has that though. Master Ace has that. He has Born to Roll. That was a huge hit in '94. Right. When I came in '95.
Right. Yeah. You know you're right. Right. You're right.
And right now, like I was telling Ray last week, right now that song Minx in Miami. Guess where they got the sample from? Rick Ross. That's from Master Ace.
I think with a lot of Master Ace fans, I think there are two camps. There's the people that, no, actually three. The people that like his Cold Chillin' days, particularly take a look around his debut album. Then there's the second camp, the people that love his records on Delicious Vinyl, you know, like with the INC and Slaughterhouse. And then there's the third tier, the people that like Master Ace's solo albums from Disposable Arts to Brooklyn Story, the last 20 years of his career. Right. So, as far as I'm concerned, I don't look early on. If Master Ace would have kept to the style that he had on Cold Chillin', I would be more apt to keep Master Ace. But if J. Rule is available and Special Ed is available, sorry, Ace, you got to go to the farm system.
I see the thing is with J. Rule, to me, his best music is with Primo. That's only 2 albums. Like after that, I checked out. Like I heard Kyo Sahaya, it was okay. I don't think it's on the same level as Wrath of the Math and Sunrises in the East, right?
No.
Special Ed, I haven't heard nothing from Special Ed since the Revelations album. That was what, 95?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So like Master Ace, like think about it. Master Ace is from the 80s and he's still dropping heat now. He's still relevant in 2026. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not too many 80s rappers from that era that's still putting out heat right now.
Well, to
You
me,
know?
I look at Master
There's a
Ace.
few.
I look at Master Ace like similarly to LeBron, and this is going to make sense. Just
Mhm.
bear with me.
Okay.
LeBron, he won a championship in Cleveland, in Miami, and LA.
Right.
When he goes to the Basketball Hall of Fame, like which cap is he going to wear? And I think with Master Ace, I think a lot of people remember Master Ace, from the time that Molly Martin introduced him with the Juice Crew on
Right.
Symphony, and then with his debut album on Coachella called Take a Look Around, and then there's people that really dig Master Ace from Delicious Vinyl, and then there's people that believe that Master Ace's most the best of Master Ace is the last 20 years with his conceptual albums, two of them
Yeah.
with Marco Polo.
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
Right.
So if Master Ace, if he didn't have so many phases of his career, I think this would be a little bit more consensual. There would be more consensus among us. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
I think you said it right, man. Because that's how I kind of see his career. It's like there's so many different like.
Yeah.
It's like he's a new person every 5 years or something throughout his whole career. It's like I can never get into him because of that. It's like, who are you? Like first I thought you were from the West Coast, then you pop up on Crooklyn Dodgers, then you start rapping like Eminem, or well, Eminem starts rapping like you. I don't know. It's just like he's all over
he
the
was
place.
influenced.
So I just
But is he great though? Is the question. Ultimately,
no, he's good. He's good. He's good. He's
Right.
definitely good.
Right. That's the thing. With my thing is not that Master Ace is not great, because he's great. Right. There were some verses that I heard him say when I first heard him. I was like, ooh. Like when I first heard the symphony, the beat was so dope. I was like, yo, this beat is dope. And then I heard the first
Right.
verse. I was like, this is okay. Kind of give me vibes of like Duck Alert and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Then the second rapper comes on. It's a dude that's kind of campy. Like, can I have your autograph for me and your grandma? I'm like, yeah, this is a little bit campy. And then I heard the third dude come on, and I was like, oh, this third dude is a legend. This third dude might be the Spinners of rap, where you're always great, but you won't ever be considered the GOAT. Right? And then the fourth dude comes on, and he's got the most street cred of the group because we heard him on other stuff before. Right? But when I heard Master Ace versus, then I was like, oh, you know what? He's okay. And then he got better and better and better and better and better and better. Now he's legendary.
Yeah.
Now between 89 and 90, who did you like more? I'm talking about from a Brooklyn perspective. Master Ace.
I like Kane more.
Yes, Big Daddy Kane was Brooklyn.
Yeah, Kane was my guy. Like from '88, even from '80, even into the '90s when they were, he was chasing radio, and it was a different sound in the '90s when he was out. But he still was dropping good music, but it wasn't being promoted. Like Looks Like a Job for was one of his best albums. It wasn't promoted by Warner Brothers. Right? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't promoted. How you get a record deal like that? That's a timeless song. Even now, you could say say that. You know what I'm saying? So, even Daddy's Song. I like Daddy's Song, but it wasn't promoted. And at that time, it was all about Death Row and Bad Boy. You know what I'm saying?
It was Big Daddy Kane was trash. All no disrespect, because I know is for Fizz. Like everybody has the different ear and how they hear stuff,
right?
And you know what I'm saying, and what they like and dislike. I personally think that Big Daddy Kane put Brooklyn on the rap scene. Now, mind you, there were rappers from Brooklyn before that.
Right.
You know, you had your MC Lights, you had your Audio Tools, you had a bunch of people from Brooklyn, like that was on the radio. Big Daddy Kane legit, like, upon his arrival, he put Brooklyn on the map in my mind. Because before then, hip hop was the Bronx, out on the island, Long Island, and
Uptown.
Yeah.
Curtis Blow, Dougie Fresh,
Mount Vernon.
Yeah.
Money earned
You know.
Mount Vernon. But
Yeah.
yo, did you do your top 10?
Yes. I want to hear your top 10 now. I want to hear Corey's
my
top 10.
Top 10. It's not too different, but all right, I'm gonna start with my honorable mentions though. My honorable mentions, I really wanted to put them on the top 10, but it's just only 10 people. But all right, OC, got J. Rule, got Foxy, MC Light, and Old Dirty Bastard.
I had ODB and I had Foxy in my top 10, and then I took off and I put Jizza on there. But Little Kim and Foxy, they got to be honorable mentioned.
So my top 10, at 10 I got Buckshot. At 9 I got Jizza. At 8 I got Fabulous. At 7 I got Mos Def.
Nice.
At 6 I got Sean Price. At 5 I got AZ. At 4 I got Busta Rhymes. At 3 I got King.
Busta's from Long Island though. He's because I think somebody asked me.
He's originally from Brooklyn though. He's originally from Brooklyn, but he is
it's like
he moved to Long Island later in life.
Right. 13, yeah.
Right.
So 3 I have King, 2 I have Jay-Z, and 1 I have Biggie.
Do Brooklyn people claim Busta?
I think so. He reps it more than he reps Long Island.
Right. But leaders started in Long Island though. That whole group.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't put him on my list.
I mean that's why I said like flag on the plate, because like,
I just know he's really from Brooklyn though, and I know he reps Brooklyn more than he reps Uniondale, Long Island. Even though he does talk about Long Island sometimes, but
right.
Okay. Because I was going to bring that up.
Okay.
You know, because
I think the list is corrupt. The fact that you put Busta Rhymes as a top 10 rapper.
Oh yeah.
What are we talking about?
He's a top 10. What you mean? He's a top 10. What you mean? You got Fabulous. You pick Fabulous over Busta? Are you serious right now? You think Fabulous is better than Busta?
Hey, can we clarify? Are we talking about lyricists or song makers?
Yo, Busta Rhymes can rap, bro. Are you serious? There's some songs where he's a little
fuck no.
Fuck no.
Busta Rhymes
He's not better than Busta Rhymes.
Yo, freeze. Busta Rhymes guest appearances is better.
One of the most unique styles in hip hop
albums, as far as I'm concerned.
I listen. I agree with you. There was a stretch where if your album didn't have Busta on it, your album may not have been a commercial success. There's legit a stitch of time from like 91 to like 94 or 95 where if Busta wasn't on your album, if you didn't have the Dragon, if you didn't have the Dungeon Dragon on your album wasn't going nowhere. There was a stretch. Mary J. Blige's first album had Busta Rhymes on it. Right. She's not even a rapper. Like, if you didn't have the rah the Dungeon Dragon on your joint, some people would say A Tribe Called Quest is at their best when Busta Rhymes is in the vicinity.
I'll even go one better. Have y'all heard of a song called The Points? With Biggie, Redman, Busta, Buckshot. All of those cats give top tier performances.
Yeah.
You can make the argument that Busta had the better verse than Redman and Biggie.
I think I think Buster doesn't get his respect as far as a lyricist because all the antics he does, you know what I'm saying? So it's easy to kind of overlook his lyrical ability. But I feel like he turns it off and on, man. There are times where he's not the greatest, you know what I'm saying? But Buster
Right.
can definitely wrap circles around a lot of motherfuckers. Like a
Right.
lot.
Hell
There-
yeah. Hell yeah.
my thing with Buster is this. It's simple. Buster Rhymes is gonna be either great, dynamic, maybe the greatest rapper ever, or he's gonna be like, "Yo, Buster, why did you say chickadee choco to choco chicken? What is it? What the fuck is that, Buster Rhymes? Chickadee choco to choco chicken, something, and something
That's one of
wicked."
those.
And yo, I'm like, Buster, what the fuck, Buster?
I mean,
Yeah,
LL's
but-
considered great too, and he has a lot of those type of shits.
Right.
Including
He said some
Flavor in
shit.
Your Ear
Right.
remix.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's like when you bring the Dungeon Dragon, bro. Like when you bring the dragon, remember, it's a drag. Like some would even say, like his verse on the Scenario remix not even saved it, but made a great. The Scenario remix was going to be elite anyway because of that dude Kid Hood at the very beginning. His verse made that into an instant classic because you knew you were dealing with high level lyricism off the rip, right?
Yeah.
And then you put Buster on it, and it turned it maybe into the greatest posse jam ever.
That's the
Right.
song that actually made me fall in love with hip hop. I mean, I fucked with hip hop before, but I was still young. I was probably like what, maybe 8 at the time. It wasn't like hip hop wasn't a thing for me yet. But once that song came out, I was in. I was sold on hip hop. I turned into a hip hop head.
Yo, let me
chicken and all that shit.
let me just say, I'm gonna just say this, and I'm saying this with the utmost respect. I appreciate the fact that you know what I'm saying, mentioned where your jump in point was and said this is the place where hip hop turned it on for you.
Yeah.
Right. I listen, as a man to man, I respect the fact that you shared that with us because we all jump in hip hop at different places and we're gonna have different ears because different experiences. Right. So the fact that you shared that, it let the audience know, like, hey, listen, this is where I jumped in at. This is what was popping at that time, and this is why I love hip hop.
Right.
And we all, everybody in the chat that's watching, they all have different jumping points, right? And so for me, like that point that you just mentioned, I jumped in probably maybe 10 to 12 years before that. Now I'm not saying
how old are you though?
58.
Oh yeah, so you know what I mean. I'm 44.
So,
So,
but no, but I say that because when I jumped into hip hop was trash. It was garbage, right? But anybody could do it. That's what made it fun, right? Because when I jumped in, everybody had the stupid disco cadence. Yeah, you know, and the chicken tastes like wood. Like everybody had that same cadence. Like if you didn't do that cadence, you wasn't dope, right? Even though it was whack, right? But the Buster that I jumped in on is the Leaders of the New School. When Buster had, you know, Sob Story and Feminine Fat and all that, Leaders of the New School. That's what I was trying to figure out. Like the dude Charlie Brown by far is the best rapper, but the one I'm going to listen to most is the dude Buster because he was charismatic. He had a thing. Buster had a thing with him that makes him great. And that's the point that I was making about Lloyd Banks earlier, like being able to rap and not having the stuff to go with it, kind of put Lloyd in a place for me.
Right.
yeah, man. But that scenario shit, man. Everybody on that shit, man.
Because I remember Feminine Fat was so feminine.
And like I said, I liked hip hop before that, but I wasn't a fan. There's a difference between just liking something and actually being like knowing what you're listening to and understanding all the words and shit like that.
Right.
It was scenario for me, bro. That shit.
Because the thing with Buster that makes Buster great is the reason why I'm conflicted why he's on the list. Is the thing with Buster is I think Buster feels the music and blends with the music. Busta Rhymes makes good music, great music. He makes great music, and he don't overpower the song. The thing with Busta Rhymes is Busta Rhymes goes in and out of a song. Like Busta Rhymes is like an instrument that plays along with the music, right?
Yeah.
And then you have others that get a dope beat and they rap on it because they have so much to say, and it ruins the fact that you're listening to a song instead of listening to an editorial. It's the reason why I'm not a fan of Cannabis, because I'm not a fan of listening to a rapper editorialize about how great he is. I don't care. Right? Like I don't care. Is the song dope though? Because Feminine Fat is a great song, and Busta had terrible lyrics on it. Like Busta Rhymes said, I like the girl with the fat on their back, feminine fat, feminine fat. And you're like,
one song, bro. That's
but,
one
but
song.
it was so catchy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like Feminine Fat is so catchy. Like the hook to Sob Story. I know you and you know me. I know you and you know me. I know you and you know me. A Sob Story. And I'm like, with Busta, when Busta said this part, it's like you can relate to Busta, unlike others that editorialize on a song, and you like, what is this?
Bro, that's a solid list. But I didn't put Busta because it was Long Island, so I was like, you know, is it Long Island? Is it Brooklyn? You know, Minty, shout out to Minty. She mentioned Digable Planets. Digable Planets, it says they were from Philly.
They're not even from Brooklyn.
It says Brooklyn second. They're from Philly, but then it says Brooklyn. Like they moved over here. I know.
One of them's from Philly. One of them's from like Seattle or some
Seattle.
shit like that.
The lead rapper's from Seattle, Washington.
Yeah, but what's his name? But what's his name? Doodlebug. He moved to Brooklyn back in the 90s. He moved downtown Brooklyn, like right where the Barclays Center is at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I didn't include them because they're not like born and raised from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? But they're a dope group. I love them.
Yeah, but Busta was born and partially raised in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And then
His pops
on,
moved him out to the island after his parents broke up. His pops moved him out to the island, and that's where they met Chuck D and the leaders of the new school and the young black teenagers. All of them got A&R kind of by Chuck D that kind of helped them mold the image. Like even Busta Rhymes' name, even his original rap name was garbage. He was like Too Dope Fresh Ski Bug or something. Like you know what I'm saying? He got he was mentored in Long Island, though he's from Brooklyn. But in my view, if you were born in Brooklyn and you claim Brooklyn, then you're from Brooklyn. That's my stance on it.
And he got his rap name from Chuck D.
That's dope.
But I think the thing about Digable Planets is that on their second album, Blowout Cone, they have a song called Borough Check, subtitled "We Live in Brooklyn," and it's not a Brooklyn MC on that song. It's Guru.
Right.
You know, so so I like, to me, I don't understand the Brooklyn politics of it. Like, do people accept Guru as being from Brooklyn? Or
I mean, he one of us too. I mean, because like artists move around. Like I said, like Common moved to Brooklyn at one point, and Erykah Badu, and you know what I'm saying. Like artists move around because it's New York City. You know what I'm saying. So we claim them. You know, Guru to me was one of us. You know what I'm saying. Primo was one of us, even though he's from Texas. But like his sound is New York City. When you hear his sound, that's not down south.
So if there was something similar, like the Chappelle Show had the racial draft, like if there was like a Brooklyn draft, like if we can't, like Brooklyn has rights to Guru as a Brooklyn guy,
right?
Would
I mean, I would draft them for us. Yeah, if we had to do a draft, then yeah. I'm drafting him. Yeah. They got their own stars. They got New Edition and New Kids on the Block, and you know they good. Ed O.G. and the Bulldogs, they good.
Yeah, New Edition's alright.
Oh, here you go. Wait, I don't even want to get into that.
Yeah, no, the Brooklyn top 10. I don't know if I have a top 10 because and I'm sorry for not doing the list, but I included like in my Brooklyn group, I included Houdini, which I know that's not.
They from Brooklyn?
Yeah.
I thought
Born and raised
was like
from Brooklyn. There's 3 of us, and we're all good looking. Yeah, that's Houdini.
I always thought they were from like Uptown or whatever.
They seem like it, right? They do seem like Harlem rappers, right? Like,
right.
but they they from Brooklyn. They they got they DJ out of, I forget what place in Brooklyn, but they got they DJ out of Brooklyn too, man. They Brooklyn based. And remember, Houdini was pre-Juice Crew with Mr. Magic. Right. That was like Mr. Magic, like people. They did Mr. Magic theme song for a minute. Like as soon as you heard it. So, but I have them. I have Mos Def. I have MC Lyte. I have Sean Price. I have J. Rule. I have the big 3, right? And then there are others, like I love GZA. I just don't think GZA is a top 10 Brooklyn rapper. And it's not that I have him ranked 35th. I think I have him like 11th or 12th. Right? Maybe 13th. Right? Because there are other people from Brooklyn too, like Special Ed. What's the big guy that ran the radio when Heavy D was a light-skinned big dude, and then there was the dark-skinned dude.
Chubb Rock.
Chubb Rock that had had the radio banging.
Oh, Chubb Rock.
Chubb Rock. Yeah, for like a 2-year stretch, Chubb Rock had the radio banging. Like, and shout out to Hitman Howie T for like the Special Ed and Chubb Rock production. Another producer that kind of get overlooked because of time, not because of talent.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely. Rocka, you got any? You got anybody?
Just to throw I don't have a list, but I'm gonna go impromptu. But I'm gonna throw a curveball. I think the wackest rapper from Brooklyn is the Big Daddy Kane knockoff.
Who's that?
Father MC.
Oh my God, he's from Long Island. That's Long Island.
Really?
Yeah,
he's from Long Island.
Yeah, he's from Long Island.
Oh.
He's from Wine Dance.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. I wanted to say.
Take that back then.
I wanted to say, people don't talk about this often, man.
Oh.
And maybe it's just me, but like as far as like best verses in hip hop of all time, I know a lot of people say Inspector Deck, which I agree. On Triumph, but people don't talk about that Scenario song with Dinko D. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, man. That verse,
I agree.
On that song, to me, has got to be one of the best hip hop verses of all time.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
That shit was so creative. Still to this day, when you hear it, it's like he said this back in 1990. Damn!
Right.
Like, how do you think about that shit?
Facts.
Yeah.
I just did a Wikipedia check. According to Wikipedia, Father MC was born in Brooklyn.
What?
Oh, was he?
Oh, born in Brooklyn. Okay. I didn't know.
Yeah, but he grew up in Wine Dance.
Was he raised in Brooklyn though?
No, he grew up in
that's
Long
the
Island.
Busta Rhymes question too. Remember?
Right.
If you say Busta's from Brooklyn, then Father MC, then.
But Busta also was raised in Brooklyn though. He just wasn't born there.
Right. He was raised in Brooklyn too. So was Raekwon. Raekwon was born in Brooklyn, but he moved to Staten Island.
I mean, Nas was born in Brooklyn as well.
Right. He was raised in Queensbridge.
Was also born in Brooklyn.
Yeah, but Nas is definitely Queensbridge to the core.
Yeah.
Yeah, he Queensbridge to the core. Shout out to Queensbridge. David Queensbridge might have the dopest rappers of an area outside of probably Los Angeles, bro. You talking about a small concentration, like well, I don't know if that's fair either. I'll retract that part because I don't want to disrespect Brooklyn. Because
what about what's the area that the boot camp clique is from? Maybe
they all over
that could rival.
They all Brooklyn.
You talking boot camp clique?
Yeah, but like not everybody's like I'm
Yeah.
sure
Well, he's talking about like a specific section of a borough, not just like the entire borough.
Yeah.
So Brooklyn, like the boot camp, I think they're spread it all throughout Brooklyn. They're just not concentrated in one borough.
I thought they was down the street. I thought they was from Brownsville.
They from Brownsville too. Crown Heights.
Some of them, I know Tech is from like where is he from?
Brownsville. I thought that you talking Smith and Wesson?
Yeah.
I thought you was from Brownsville.
Brownsville.
I thought they lived on different sides.
Nah. Rusty Jux is from my neighborhood. He's from Crown Heights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, they all
where's Biggie's from Bed-Stuy, right?
Yes, Biggie's from Bed-Stuy.
From Bedford-Stuyvesant.
Yeah, so that's where Tech is from Bed-Stuy.
Okay, so Tech from that's right, because him and Biggie were friends. That's right.
Right. And MOP.
Yes. MOP's from Brownsville.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. And one of the most underrated hip hop duos of all time, Helter Skelter, Brownsville.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
Yo, how y'all feel? How y'all feel about the other Helter Skelter rapper? How y'all feel about
Rockness?
The other one? You mean Rockness? He said the other one.
Rockness is dope, man.
There's only two of them, man.
He's mad underrated, yo.
I think so.
I felt like Rockness Monster on Nocturnal. I liked his verses a little bit more.
I actually did like him a lot more on that Helter Skelter Nocturnal album.
Oh my god, the room's spinning, man.
I did. I did. At the time I did. Like during that, while it was happening, I catered more to Rockness than Sean Price.
Because he did that stupid laugh. He was like,
but as time went by and I got older and I listened back, I'm like, oh, Sean Price was the one. You know
Sean Price is the one. Sean Price is. I'm gonna say this on national TV, and listen, y'all, don't listen to. In my opinion, from my listening ears, though I love the Notorious B.I.G., right? For just regular street dudes rapping, I think Sean Price was better. Like the bad boy polished up version of Big was out of here. It was excellent. People stole his style. Like people legit stole the style. Like people legit stole the style of the thug could show up and be corporate cool. Like the thug / corporate cool thing. Big did that, took that out of here. We didn't even know that could happen, but he did it. And people stole it. Like he could talk about walking into a place and being the center of attention, though he got a very dirty, slummy past. And if you force him to, he'll take you back to that very slummy, dirty past, right? I think there were so many people that took that and took that to that Jiggy era,
right?
And capitalized on that. And I love Big for that. I think Sean Price, if not equal to, is probably better than Big. And I know that sounds crazy. That sounds crazy until you realize that you didn't really get enough of Big to even have this argument with me. Like you got like the Party and BS joint from Big.
Uh-huh.
And you got Big on the Ghetto Red Hot remix,
right?
And you got that you got the Biggie Smalls, and then by the time Ready to Die came out, the Notorious B.I.G. Remember, we waited on that album. Like we legit, there were albums. Like we heard about albums in night. Try. You mind if I just take like a minute? Like I'm gonna take about 60 seconds.
Do you think?
All right. There was a song on the radio. There was a movie out in the movie called Who's the Man, and there was an R&B song, absolutely blistering the radio. Called it was the "Come and Talk to Me" remix by Jodeci.
Yeah.
Right. In that moment, we learned about the Notorious B.I.G. because he did the Dolly My Baby remix. There was another rapper who did a joint for the Mary J. Blige remix, who we would later on know was Craig Mack. We just knew the verse was dope. We didn't know who Craig Mack was, right? Vibe, I think it was the Source magazine gave us a highlight of what albums was going to come out in the preceding year, right? It was the Biggie album. We didn't know what the name of it was yet, right? There was the Nas album, where at the time they were interviewing these producers from around the city. They're like, we working on this Nasty Nas album. We think it's going to be the greatest rap album ever. It's a, excuse me, it's a compilation album of all these great producers. This guy is so talented, every producer want to work with him. Mind you, this is the era where one producer worked with one artist. If y'all remember Herbie Love Bug, Salt and Pepper, Kid and Play, all of them had to wait until somebody else's album was finished before they could do their album. Because back then there was this thing, one artist with one album, with one producer with one artist, right? We were waiting for these albums to come out the preceding year. Come to find out, 94 was going to be one of the greatest rap album years, of all time.
Right.
We didn't know it at the time, but the anticipation was there. Right? Like we knew something was going to be dope. This group that had all the dope old school samples, a group called what's their name? They did the Got You Open remix. Remember the
Black Moon?
Black Moon had came out the end of 92, was playing in 93. Meanwhile, the East Coast was losing to the West Coast because a West Coast artist put together a compilation album, and it was like the dopest thing you ever heard in your life. Because it wasn't about it wasn't an Eazy-E album where you put a dude that can't rap, but everybody behind him is supporting him to put out great music, right? So 94 comes, and you get the Flavor in Your Ear, and you get the Juicy, right? You get the halftime from 93 that played into 94, right? And then you get the Nas album, right? You get the long-awaited DJ Premier production, like DJ Premier produced another artist that had an album coming out in 94. Also, something that we wasn't used to because we were all used to DJ Premier only doing Gang Starr stuff, right? You get the J. Rule album, right? And so in that, you saw Biggie Smalls turn into the Notorious B.I.G. because of trademark stuff, because you can't use the name Biggie Smalls because it's a character in a movie. Somebody somebody owns that name.
It was actually a white kid that was a rapper.
See, I never heard that. I thought it was from that movie. I thought it was from the movie Uptown Saturday Night.
Little white kid from back in the day. He was like a rapper, singer, kind of. He was some type of
I do remember that. I do remember that. Yeah, you're right. But the point I'm getting to is the build. It's like when Ken Griffey Jr. was drafted number one overall in the 1987 baseball draft, and people was like, "This kid, Ken Griffey Jr. is going to be better than Mickey Mantle," and everybody's like, whatever. There's no way this kid's going to be. This is like LeBron James in 10th grade, and we know he's going to be the number one pick of any draft, whatever year he comes out. Whether he skipped his senior year of high school, whether he went to college, whether he skipped college, you knew he was going to be anyway, the point that I'm getting at is Big was so great on Arrival, right? And he was so great in his small stitch of time. I think the reputation and the context of who Big is and was kind of puts us in a mindset that unfortunately in rap and entertainment, sometimes the hype around the artist doesn't always live up to the hype.
Right.
If y'all understand what I'm saying.
Right.
But Big came out, and not only did he meet and surpass expectations, he blew it away. The game was never the same after Notorious B.I.G.
I agree.
So when I say, you know what, Sean Price, a rapper that didn't meet those lofty expectations in sales, might be better, sounds crazy until you listen to Sean Price on Arrival all the way through to his untimely demise. Like the dude.
No, I feel like if they were both on the same track together, I don't know who would get the best of who. I think it would just be like if they did. Oh, it'd be pretty even. I think they just one time Biggie might get him, next time Sean Price might get him. I think it'd just be back and forth like that.
I do think for Sean, he had to. Sean he showed his personality more by himself because we didn't know him when he was with Rock This Monster. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't know nothing about him.
That's what I was saying. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Nah, that's what I was saying about the Nocturnal album and why I probably gravitated more towards Rockness on that album because his voice and he just had the personality. I remember the song. My favorite song on there was "I Need a Doctor." And he was on that song, but at the time, I never really remembered his verses. But then I remember listening to that song again as an adult, and I'm like, "Holy shit!" Sean Price bodied this shit.
He
bodied it, and I never even knew it.
I also think Rock This Monster, his flow was far more. It was so more developed than Sean Price at that time because of the gravitas in Rock This Monster's voice. He can be demonstrative and he can also be calm and be very reflective, like on Therapy. And then on other times he can be, very he can rhyme his ass off unfiltered, like on Let the Brains Blow. So I think if and Freeze, I believe if Biggie, if Uptown, if Biggie's record deal on Uptown would have stayed where it is, and he would have been allowed to make the songs that was reflected in Give Me the Loot, I think Biggie's style might have been much more akin to what Sean Price's was later on.
Right.
Because when Biggie was on Uptown, he was raw, he was unfiltered, he was literally off the street and into the industry. So what was captured on wax was him, selling jumps, him, on the block, robbing people, avoiding arrests, the stress from selling, small time, crack in the streets.
Right.
But once Puffy mentored Biggie on what you can do with certain songwriting formulas, that was when Biggie just took it to another gear. Right. So sometimes I think, what if Biggie would have just stayed? If the Uptown deal would have stayed as is, maybe there would be no Big Papa, no One More Chance.
Right.
He might have reached similar heights, but his path would not have been the same.
To your point, it's a clear. So they were great friends, right? They were great friends, for one. Let's just establish that. And then, but two, they come from totally different places. See, Diddy and I know everybody know this, but I'm just adding it for context in the conversation because I know I'm speaking to hip hop experts, everybody, and I know y'all know the story, but I'm saying this for those that may not be a hip hop expert, right? But Diddy is not from Brooklyn, not from Crown, not from Bed-Stuy, right?
Right.
Diddy comes from where Heavy D is, right? You get a guy that's the same size, right? Same size, very charismatic with the ladies, the same type guy. Diddy is like, hey, we can take Big, we can take you and turn you into Heavy D. And Big is like, nah, I want to talk about smoking, shooting at people, robbing suckers, and getting all the chicks and walking out, everybody having a good time. Diddy is like, nah, that's not going to sell records. You're going to wind up being Coogee Rap. I want you to be bigger than Heavy D, who was killing the charts at the time. People forget this. Mm-hmm. Like, Sean Combs, Diddy, is from Mount Vernon. And at the time, but right before Big,
sure.
Heavy D, and you could even say Pete Rock and CL Smooth, they had a joint that came out before Big came out, right? That was a top 10. I think They Reminisce Over You is a top 5 hip hop song of all time.
Yeah.
Now others may say, nah, it's top 50, but wherever you rank it is wherever you rank it. The point I'm getting to is Big, Puffy says, hey, Big, listen, that style works. That style sells records.
Right.
And Big is like, nah, but I'm from the street, bro. I got to keep this thing. I got to be who I am. I can't be him. Right? Right. And so what Diddy did is take the elements of one and transpose it onto the element, the raw pile of clay that Big was at the time. Right. And turned Big into the possibly the greatest artist of all time, depending on how you intake your music.
Right.
Depending on how you like your music, Big may be the greatest rapper of all time.
And the crazy part is, like, you know what I mean, Diddy did that, and then, you know, after the success of Biggie, now Heavy D is trying to be Biggie.
Right, trying to get back to this thing, right?
I was like, man, I hated that. I hated that version of Heavy D, man. I didn't like that.
Right, and I really didn't feel the Jamaican version of Heavy D either. Later on, the Jamaican joint, the reggae joint he did.
Right.
It's great, and it's very heartwarming. It's like a dope joint. It's like it's like not Peaceful Journey. What's the other album after Peaceful Journey?
Blue Funk.
It's kind of like give you that sense of Blue Funk, right? Where you got Truthful on there and all that on there, right?
Yeah.
But the point I'm getting is you saw Big into the game as this morphed into this certain thing, but we never got to see the second act of Big's career, like you got to see the second act of Tupac's career. Tupac had a first act and then a very short and suddenly abrupted second act of his career, right? Like you saw the first Tupac, the I Get Around, Brenda's Got a Baby, Strictly for Niggas, all that, and then he morphed into the gang banging, like This Is My Crew. You got to see that in a second, and you didn't get to see that with Big, right? But with Sean Price, you got to see the therapy, La Flor, La Fly, Skoshka, Sean Price, right? Then you got to see him in the group where, in my mind, I think he carried both albums. No disrespect to the Rock This Monster, who I really like I really enjoy him as a group rapper. Like Sean, like Rock in a group setting is dynamic, right? Because his voice shifts gears. Like you hear all the other voices, and then when you hear Rock come in, you hear a different voice, and it's like that transition to something, whatever it is. The reason why I think Sean Price may be equal to or better is because you got to at least see the second act of Sean Price and the start of the third act of Sean Price, even though that was also ended abruptly. And unfortunately, we always say that in hip hop, such and such MC is gone too soon. Like we say that all the time in rap. It's a tragedy. It's just a part of the game, right? So when I say that, I mean that in no disrespect to Big, who I hold in such esteem. Like I think Big is like, if it wasn't for Big, I don't think rap is even at the place it is right now, right? But I do think Sean Price, lyrically and intellectually and introspectively, is just as good as Big on some stuff. And how I get to this conclusion is to me, the greatest song that Big ever did is the joint that he did with Bone Thugs and Harmony, where this group of kids is on fire with a new style, right? And they reach out to them and like, hey, y'all want to do a song together? And they are honored. They're like, you want to do a joint with us? And they think that they're gonna have to change their style. He's like, no. Y'all do what y'all do. The whole when you hear Busy Bone talk about how the song came to being. Yeah. It's like, no. Y'all don't have to be nobody else. This is what we do. Y'all do what y'all do. And they did what they did. And
and they said Biggie was like, I'm gonna try to do what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to do the double sound shit. That was like, that was dope.
And when you hear him, as soon as he say armed and dangerous, ain't too many can hang with us. You know, as soon as you hear that, you're like, yo, Big is double timing on a rap. It's got to be the greatest shit I ever heard in my life. Yeah. Because a New York rapper set his New York ego to the side and was like, yo, I'ma just do great music. Right. And it's one of the greatest songs I personally think. Yeah. It's the greatest joint he ever made. Right? You're right. And I hold other songs and High Esteem like that. Like, I Got a Story to Tell. Warning, the freestyle, he just woke up off the chair and did Warning in one take. The beat playing, they wake up Big, like, Big, come on, man, you gotta do your verse. They went like 18 hours, Big in his sleep. Crazy. And Big, they like, yo, get up. The dude legit gets him off the chair, goes in the bathroom, washes his face, and walks in the booth. And the beat is playing. And then they're like, yo, Big, yo, you ready? He's like, yeah, I'm ready. And he just busts out, who the fuck is this paging me at 5:46 in the morning, crack of dawn, and now I'm yawning. Wipe the coal on my eyes. See who's this paging me?
Why?
And why? Yeah. Right? Yeah. Bro, the dude woke up off the chair, went and washed his face, like, yo, turn the beat on. As soon as the beat come on, he just freestyled the whole joint. After he finished doing Warning, yo, the dude named D-Dot, I think that's his name, respectfully, dog, D-Dot, if I mess your name up,
D-Dot Angeletti.
If I mess your name up, bro, respect. But he looked at the producers. Big was like, yo, y'all want me to do it again? D-Dot was like, nah, you ain't got to do it over, bro. You don't got to do nothing. You just go back in there on the chair. Right, just go. Don't touch this. Right, don't do nothing to it. Like, this is a masterpiece, and we saw a masterpiece created right in front of our eyes, and it only takes 5 minutes. Right. Facts. And so when I talk about Big, I'm not saying that Big is not great. I'm just saying how greatness can come from other places. Like, you don't always have to get greatness from one source. Right. You can get greatness from multiple sources, and it doesn't even have to be the same as the blueprint. No pun intended. It don't have to be as great as the blueprint. It can be different and great.
No, I think Sean Price and Biggie are on the same tier as far as lyricism goes. If we're just talking about lyricism, there's a clear difference, in other categories. But if we're just talking lyricism, they're definitely on that first tier together. So
definitely,
right? Because Big is known, like, people that know the Notorious B.I.G. casually, and no disrespect to people that know the Notorious B.I.G. casually, like for the One More Chance remix where you got a chick singing, or you know him from the What with him doing a joint with Meth, right? Sean Price has joints just like that too, that we love as hip hop fans, like the joint Therapy, like LaFleur, LaFleur, Iskoshka, like Brownsville to Long Beach, right? Like Sean Price has joints like that too, where people are on there singing, and you like, yo, this dude right here is just as good. Won't say better because I don't want to seem like I'm putting a fly in the ointment, right? But I feel comfortable saying equal to, because the LaFleur Iskoshka joint, while it may not be a top 500 rap song of all time, it may not be a top 1,000 rap song of all time, but for the people that heard it, in our hearts, we like, right, exactly.
Sure. Definitely a great posse cut for sure.
Right, exactly. That's the
I
thing.
literally, if I can show you pictures, what was I was in like 8th, 9th grade at that time when that song came out. If I show you pictures of my 8th and 9th grade year, every single picture you're gonna see me in a football jersey, and that's because why? That fucking music video. After that music video, I went out and bought every single fucking college football jersey, NFL football.
We out here wearing Cordell Stewart jerseys. We don't even know who Cordell Stewart. Remember the Colorado jersey?
I had a Notre Dame jersey. I had Brett Favre jersey. I had every War Moon, all that shit.
Everybody.
Right, and so that's my short diatribe about Sean Price. And it's not, and I know I didn't do him justice. So if you're a Sean Price fan and you hear me talking about the Fringe stuff, listen, in my opinion, Sean Price needs his own show just to talk about Sean Price, period. Right. But in the context of great Brooklyn rappers, I just want to make sure that Sean Price's name is mentioned in the pantheon of great Brooklyn rappers, because in an era where we had Fabio and maybe Designer and Bobby Shmurda and a lot of rappers that represented New York in a certain era, man, I just don't want to forget about Sean Price, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think we all I know Try had him in the top. I had him in my top. And I'm sure you got him in the top.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Right. Because there are certain rappers we can say, like, we can say Pop Smoke. Like Pop Smoke during his time was dope. Right? Is he better than Sean Price? Was he better than Sean Price?
Hell no.
Nah.
Nope.
But people in their 20s would be like, yo, who the fuck is Sean Price?
I don't think so. Right. That's the problem. You know what I mean? But this was a great episode. I don't want to keep you all here for the whole night, but this was great. I just wanted to do this. I was hoping Ray Lansky was going to join us, but he hasn't joined us. But when he look at the replay, he'll see that Fabulous did not make my list, because I don't think he's great. He's good, and he ain't great.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forced Fabulous in my list. I really didn't want to put him in there, but I think I just have to, because it's like he did. I personally don't like him that much, but he did too much for me not to put him on the top.
He's gonna love that. He's gonna love that somebody mentioned Fabulous on their list.
You mind if I just want to speak to just something just real quick.
Right.
There are some other Brooklyn rappers that we didn't mention. Like, we didn't mention what's the group Daddy O was in?
Stetsasonic.
Stetsasonic. So we didn't mention like the Stetsasonics of the world. But I do want to just like
that could be a whole separate thing where we do like best groups.
Yeah, we didn't mention
I didn't put Smith and Wesson or Helter Skelter.
Right. Yeah. I think we did a small disservice to MC Lyte though.
Well, she was in my top 5.
But she was in my animal.
But right, listen, man. I know we gotta go. I just want to say this though. Right, I don't want to have everybody late for work tomorrow or tired at work tomorrow. I just want to say this. MC Lyte came out at a time where people didn't really respect female rappers lyrically. Right? And when MC Lyte came out, she was saying stuff that you thought dudes was saying, like you thought dudes was writing for her. right? In her career, she only had 2 songs where a dude wrote for her, and the record company basically made her like her verse in Self-Destruction. Yeah, LL Cool J wrote her verse in that, like, because MC Lyte was about to come out and just like shred it, like,
right.
And they like, nah, this is not that kind of song. They made her say "funky fresh dress to impress, ready to party." Like that's LL, right? And the other one is Cha Cha Cha, where you can hear that ain't really her, but she pulled it off. Like, you can Cha 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 to this Mardi Gras. I'm the dopest female that you heard this far, and I do get better. The voice gets wetter. Nobody gets hurt as long as you let her do her thing. It like she go into like a thing on Cha Cha Cha. Everything else is MC Lyte. I personally think she is a top 5 Brooklyn rapper of all time. Over Foxy, over Lil Kim, over Steel and Tech, over a lot of people just in general. Because at the time
I wanted to low key throw Hurricane G up in the mix too, because she was
from Brooklyn.
But she just never had like.
She from Brooklyn?
Is she from Brooklyn? She's not from Brooklyn, or is she from Washington Heights?
No, I thought she was from Newark, New Jersey.
No, you're talking about Heather B.
No. Heather B is from Jersey City. She's from my neighborhood. Yeah. She's from my neighborhood in Jersey City. I think she lived out on Union. What I'm talking about is
Hurricane G is from Brooklyn, ain't she? She used to rock with the Coco. Where's what's that DJ name, man? Fucking
according to Wikipedia, she was born in
Tony
Brooklyn.
Touch and all of them.
Yeah.
She was from where, Rocco?
Born in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah,
and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I got her mixed up with.
I actually think she might be from. I might be mistaking myself though. She might be born in Brooklyn, but she might be from like Washington Heights, El Barrio or some shit.
I get her confused with what's the tall lady that used to do the podcast with Lord Jamal?
Oh, Rod Digger.
Oh, Rod Digger.
Rod Digger. Yeah, she's from
Jersey.
North.
Yeah.
Nah, she's dope. She don't get enough love. Like she will body like 90% of rappers we just talked about. Low key.
Yeah. This is great, man. No, go ahead, Rocco. My bad.
I was gonna say, like, I look at to me, Rod Digger and Lady of Rage, they were my favorite MCs in the 90s. You know, as far as because they weren't, selling sex as much. They could be feminine, but the MCing always came first.
Right.
Yeah.
And I wish Lady of Rage had signed to Loud Records or hell, even Raucous or Duck Down, because I think that Death Row didn't deserve her.
Ain't no place for no Virginia rappers in the game, bro. Ain't nobody even want to listen to no rappers from Virginia, bro.
What?
I mean, Skills.
I'm
trolling.
I'm trolling, bro. Yeah, I'm trolling. I'm trolling because everybody know the greatest rapper out of Virginia is that dude Magoo anyway. Magoo is the dopest rapper out of Virginia. Everybody know that.
Magoo.
Man, rest in peace to Magoo.
Yeah, rest in peace, Magoo, man.
You said Magoo. Wow.
I'm just trolling, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey man, y'all plug what you got going on your channels before we get out of here.
Damn, I ain't know Tame One passed away. My bad. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Man, we got too many people in the game be passing away, bro.
Yo, I did want to bring up something real quick.
Yeah, what up?
A couple months ago, Corrupt, he went public with some of his health problems, and Corrupt this week he put out a new album with Battle Cat.
I love it. I heard it,
and I'm happy to see, somebody like Corrupt put out new music. he's showing that
Yeah.
there's still more in the tank. He's not going nowhere, and I think when certain MCs have health issues like the one Corrupt has, I hope that it re-energizes their creative spirit, and rather than, just going to the retirement home, I hope more MCs continue, to make music and tour behind that music. Like
Yeah.
I'm happy that Corrupt is back at it. Ice-T got a new album. I think it's called Criminal Migraine.
Yep. Ray, there you are. You missed the whole show, Ray.
I got a hot take on Ice-T, man.
Yo, and you know what? It seems like Ice-T back in the day was not.
Never liked Ice-T. Never.
Really? You never liked Ice-T?
Ever liked that nigga, yo.
Wow.
Trash. I'm sorry, man. I just never liked his music.
Wow.
Ice-T?
You should check
These are
out
just the views of Kavase.
Hey, we were just talking about the top 10 Brooklyn rappers, bro.
Yeah, he missed it. Wait till he see the playback, though.
Yeah, man, I just woke up, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Man, it's been a long day.
Yeah, man.
Yo, salute to everybody, man. Salute to everybody.
Salute.
Word. I want to say one thing before I know I'm late. One, I was spazzing a little too much last week. You know what I mean? I should have just took my ass to bed. I was saucy, but I apologize. I'll keep going. I'm sounding crazy, but I still stand on my opinion, but I don't knock others.
Mm-hmm.
But I was shocked. I was still shocked because it's one thing if Unk said it, because I know Unk got Fab in the top 500. Right?
Absolutely.
Right? I was expecting you to say psych, but nah. Yeah. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still shocked though. And one, I can't how can I say it? Damn, I'm shocked because it's coming from somebody that's Brooklyn. That's why I was shocked. It caught me off guard. But hey, opinions got to be respected. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? And
Fab is dope, bro. I just want to say, but Fab is dope because people think I'm hating on Fab. I'm like, no, Fab is dope. I just felt like of all time is just he's not ready yet to be on that list to me.
No. I didn't mean. See. I think the confusion started because I thought y'all was already talking about top Brooklyn rappers. You get what I'm saying? Top Brooklyn rappers,
right?
And y'all talk about New York, and that's different because it's a lot of New York rappers. You get what I'm saying?
You still gonna be disappointed because Try didn't even put him in the top 10.
I didn't put him.
I don't have him in the top 7,000.
Hey, listen, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
I didn't say all that.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, but I'm gonna tell you something though. It's a difference with an opinion when you're from there and when you're not. Statistically, the expectations are more when you're from there. Like I'm a Jersey nigga, so I might have more expectations on certain Jersey rappers than brothers from outside of Jersey. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense, right?
Yeah, that makes sense because hip hop was cultivated in Jersey. If it wasn't for Jersey, I don't know where hip hop would be at.
Nah, you're right. No, it's funny, but nah, you're right. Now I'm gonna say this. Shout out to my bro Dane, right? And I always refer to Texas as I think Texas started popping as a whole from the outside when Mike Jones came out with Still Tipping, because it started a whole new movement back then, like with the Slim Thug and the Paul Walls and the right? Let me tell you something though. Yeah. Texans don't feel the same way about Mike Jones like I do. They care less. You know what I mean? And I'm like, Texas, yeah, right? Real talk. They don't care. They don't, he be like, yo, man, y'all know how Dame talk. Hey man, hey fam, hey man. I know Mike Jones, your boy and all, but he ain't got that status over here like you think.
Right.
Now when we have categories about rappers, right? We got like so many categories now. So when he mentioned Fab had a weak performance, I thought about it. We do have best performance rappers. No offense, but I wouldn't put them on that list. A performance list, I'll put like a DMX,
Right.
Buster. You know what I mean?
You gotta
Onyx.
put LL on that list. You gotta put
Oh,
LL.
of course. Of course. LL been the top performer since the 80s. You know what I'm saying? He moved around indie. He not too cool. And he was some of my rappers, my favorite rappers was too cool at one point as far as the stage. Like I remember one time I felt like Nas was too cool on stage. You know what I'm saying? You know, then you got lyrics, then you got best albums. Now, I know people might not say Fab got the best albums, but his most I consider more his mixtapes than albums, because when I go back to Fab shit, I go back to his mixtapes first. I don't think I ever went back to an album, honestly. And the reason why, because his like many mixtapes, they become albums. Like when Joe had the Mood Music series, it started off as mixtapes like part 1, but then it started going to like part 3. That was all original music. It was you know what I mean, but it was marketed as a mixtape. You get what I'm saying? So, but and all them cats, I was, as far as Brooklyn, but this is what confused me the most. I'm gonna tell you. All right, when I think about top people from Brooklyn, right, I gotta go with Kane, because that's my first favorite rapper from Brooklyn was Kane. I thought he was dope from the rip. Like he's one of the people that stepped in the game and just took over the moment Via Music Box dropped that shit. Right? Then you got Biggie, right? Then you got Biggie. Then you got Hove. So me personally, I assume after Hove was Fab. You know what I'm saying? Far as lyricists, MCs. Now I can't forget Buckshot, because let's not forget, in '94, Buckshot was the top rapper in '94 before Biggie and Nas.
Yeah.
So
and
you got Fabulous over AZ and Sean Price?
I didn't say over. I just said top. Yeah. But I can't.
You said that.
No. Listen. Let me finish. I don't want to confuse you. Not in between. Okay. Do I put Fab over AZ album wise? No, I don't, because I can listen to every AZ album. You know what I'm saying?
Classic for sure.
Huh?
Do or Die 2 is a classic, bro.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I gotta go back to Do or Die 2, because to me, Do or Die 3 felt more like it should be Do or Die 2, because it felt more it felt more correlating to part 1 to me. You know what I mean? Like the remake of Whole Happy Jackie and Give Me the World, you know what I'm saying? And No Need for Lactose. So it kind of felt like that was more of a sequel to me, but I gotta go back to part 2 just to get a definite answer. You get what I'm saying? But I'm a big fan of AZ, straight up. You know what I mean?
There's a song on Do or Die 2 called Ritual. I would have anybody that like lyrics, if you enjoy lyrics, there's a song called Ritual on Do or Die 2. It's Conway the Machine, it's AZ, and it's Lil Wayne.
Oh, I heard that one. I heard no. Hell yeah, nah. Yeah, yep.
That joint is absolutely fire, bro. Absolutely fire. If you're a fan of Conway the Machine, like I'm not a fan of Conway. I don't always like to listen to his songs, or like occasionally I like to hear him in a with others.
Right.
I'll just say like with others. I'll just say that.
Right.
Because Conway can give you the same joints over and over, just like different ways. They all be dope, but it's like, yeah, I just heard like 8 of the same joints, like redid a different way. Now they be dope.
Right. But
to have him with lyricists like Wayne and AZ, it's like a different kind of, Yeah.
I mean, that's a hard matchup, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you got Wayne, AZ, and Conway, and Conway can hold his own. But again, those all heavy hitters. You talk like AZ, Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I forgot. I mean, how many I named so far? Well, I said Kane. I said Biggie. I said Hove. And you know what? Respectfully, because in time, album wise, I might put A over. Nah, I'm gonna put A over Hove.
See?
Word.
Okay.
See?
I'm putting A over Hove. But I can't be. I'm not gonna be that consistent with my order. I just think Fab should be one of the top 10 rappers from Brooklyn. Not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna say album wise. You know what I'm saying? Even though every person I put in that category got have a different reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, I put AZ. Like, I can listen to more AZ albums than Hove albums. And mind you, I'm still a fan of Hove. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Buckshot. Who else from Brooklyn? Everybody else might be group wise. Like, I mean, Sean Price is both, because Sean Price got solo and group. You know what I'm saying? So, because you know, Helter Skelter was a killer duo. You know what I mean? Like, I thought Helter Skelter was a little more gutter than Smith and Wesson. Real shit. And Smith and Wesson is gutter, but Helter Skelter is like deeper gutter. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What you feel about like Mos Def and GZA?
GZA? I love. Nah. Mos Def. To me, Mos Def. To Brooklyn is what Black Thought is to Philly.
I gotta cut out, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. I gotta cut out.
All right. Yeah, to me, Mos Def to Brooklyn is kind of what Black Thought is to Philly.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they both rapping on some raw shit. Like, when I watched the Art of Rap documentary, right, and I watched Mos Def freestyle, that was probably one of my favorite freestyles on that documentary. And Mos Def ain't never really go the commercial route. I mean, he had commercial success, but his music wasn't aimed commercially, if that makes sense.
Right.
You know what I mean? He kept the soul, and you could tell his music wasn't finalized by commercial decisions. You get what I'm saying? And then like, damn. Now GZA, I ain't gonna lie, I keep forgetting GZA is from Brooklyn. That's what caught me off guard. See, when I think of GZA, I think of Shaolin. I think it's Staten Island. Yeah. Now that's another lyrical problem from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Like, and again, I don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think of GZA. Yeah, even ODB from Brooklyn. Yeah. Brooklyn ain't strong, but I still look at him in Staten Island.
Yeah, Raekwon.
It's like
he's from here.
Raekwon. Look, and Raekwon, you know what I mean? Like, Raekwon, you know what I mean? Like, look, I don't look at Corrupt as from Philly.
Right.
And Corrupt from Philly, even though he straight up, what's that? West Coast, Dog Pound Crip. You know what I'm saying? That's a Philly dude. You know what I'm saying? So, but the GZA, damn, that's now lyrically, GZA one of the best that ever do it. Like, I think when it comes to Wu-Tang, the best to set it off is Inspect the Deck, and the best to end it is GZA.
Right. I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the all right. So how many I name? I probably lost count. And group wise, of course, I ain't gonna front. Listen, I watched the OGC concert on YouTube, the one I missed some weeks ago, and I ain't gonna hold you. It brought back a lot of memories, and it made me go back into the music. Like, damn, yo, this shit was just like fucking tough and raw. You know what I'm saying? And I still think Buck was ahead of his time, yo. Like, Buck was way ahead of his time. Sometimes you can be so ahead of your time, it takes forever for people to get it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think Stove God Cook got a little bit of Into the Stage in him. Word up. Yeah. No. Hell, nah. I'm just saying, like, if you listen to Reasonable Drought, right? And it's some of the energy, the way he delivered it remind me a little bit of Buckshot. Not the harmony Buckshot, but like, You know what I mean? He like, check how I kick it when I was wicked around the way. Hold my check, cause nigga. Jugs and thieves hit the eve of the night. Nigga who fake real, come on in real flight. 6 feet deep in the creek. My technique got a nigga locked down for a week. Word is born, shit is on like this. Gotta move cause I'm on the nigga hit list. You know the kid with the rock. You know what I mean? Shit like that. And then we hear Stove, you know what I mean? Like, come with his delivery. It flashes back to like Buckshot, because every rapper, every generation of rappers, you can hear who their influence was. You can hear it. Like this last album, it took me this long to figure this out. And mind you, I wouldn't even think about that Drake album until Triborough said something. I wasn't thinking about it. But I can't front. And correct me, you might disagree, but I'm not gonna lie. When I heard Drake on this, what's that song called? Make Them Pay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you who two of his influences are. Hove and Kanye.
Kanye?
Yeah, well, I said Kanye from the beginning when he came out with the first joint, you the best, you the best. Like that's some Kanye shit. But that shit he said about Make Them Pay, he was like he said, yeah, Khaled, something about you went loud and got your dean, and your people still trying to hear you scream free Palestine, but I guess everything in black and green, red, black, and green is what it seems. Damn, that's Hove, bro. That's Hove. That is Hove, yo. Straight up. If that nigga ain't study, let me tell you something. Can't nobody tell me Drake ain't study Hove, yo. That's that Hove flow, yo. That's that Hove like dynasty flow. You know what I'm saying? So, yo.
We were having a conversation. We were trying to decide where does Busta fall in the top 10 of Brooklyn rappers. Like, does Brooklyn have a claim to Busta or Long Island?
See, that's why I'm confused at, because I feel like he more Long Island, but then I hear he was going to high school with Biggie and Hov. So he could be like both. You know what I mean?
I feel like he's both because of what you just said. Because he was born and raised in Brooklyn. Yes, he did make his start in his career from Long Island, but even throughout his entire career, he still reps Brooklyn more than he reps Long Island. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Okay. That's true. I didn't have him on my list because I thought Long Island first though. That's why I was like, damn, I can't put Busta because he's more Long Island though.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I ain't gonna hold you, especially like the lead of the new school era. That's all Long Island. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know what? A lot of rappers like for instance, I didn't know until lately that I'm a Jersey dude, right?
Right.
But I'll be honest with y'all. I thought Joe Budden was dope when he first came out. I just thought he was dope, but that was it. I didn't become a fan of his music until 2007, my nigga, 2008. I'm dead. I know I sound late as hell because he came out in 2002, 2003. But that movie series was like, damn. Now, mind you, I ain't realized until here's the thing. When y'all hear Joe, right? Who does he claim the most?
Jersey.
Right?
Jersey.
Yeah. He's originally a Queens nigga.
Is he?
Word is born. Joe Budden's originally a Queens nigga.
I think I heard that too. But I don't think I never heard him actually rep Queens though. It's always Jersey.
It's always Jersey. Nah, he ain't rep it because this is my assumption. I don't think he repped it because he didn't like. Sometimes people rep would have more of an impact. Would have more of an impact in their life, as far as like growing up. So he moved. They said he moved to Jersey when he was a kid. I don't know exactly what age. I can relate, but he still like acknowledges it. But he repping Jersey hard. You know what I'm saying? You know, some of y'all might know I'm a Jersey nigga, but I'm part of North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? I am. I'm more of a Jersey nigga, but I got a good percentage of North Carolina in me.
Right.
And sometimes my accent slips out to this day. You know what I'm saying? So, but I go to certain places. If I go south, right? If I go south, they're like, yeah, this up north nigga. But if I go north, they like, yo, you got a little southern in you. You get what I'm saying? So shit like that. But I'm a Jersey dude. First, I was born here, but and I was raised most of my years. North Carolina had an impact on me. Make no mistake. But yeah, but
Yeah, I was not to cut you off, but I was laughing because I remember last time I saw you in here with Try, and I was asking you about how you came up with the You Got It name. I was listening to a lot of my old songs from back in the day, and I actually found the song called "Mr. You Gotta."
Oh yeah.
I made it the song.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Because I got you mixed up with Champ, right?
That's
What
right.
happened?
With Anthony.
You the one I got mixed up with Champ, right?
Yeah, Champ
Oh
Tyson.
yeah.
I got mixed up with Champ last time. Yeah. I do remember you. Yup.
Yeah, because I was like, yeah, that's crazy because I spelt it the same way you spelt it and everything. So I was like, that's why that name always sticks out when I see it. When I see your logo, I'm like, oh, that's crazy. You got the same name as one of my songs that I had back in the day.
Yeah.
But you know what Nas said, right? Nas said no ideas original.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like I know I ain't the first person that said you got it with a U. GOTTA. I know I'm not.
Yeah, nothing's no under the sun.
Like a rapper from Brooklyn that I wish had a longer career is Sauce Money. I wanted Sauce Money to have the career Big wound up having.
I wanted to put Sauce Money in there so bad, but I just realistically I can't. But you want to talk about bars, like he's up there top 3 as far as Brooklyn is concerned. As far as like just in general concerned, like that boy can rap, like for real. Like still to this day, I follow him on Instagram. He still drop a little freestyles every now and then.
That Middle Finger You album, it was it was
motherfuckers spit. Don't think Sauce the shit. So many niggas on my nuts, so I lost my dick. Yo, Sauce Money crazy.
Yeah, that was my shit, yo. Dog. Word up. But you know what? I ain't gonna hold y'all. I thought Sauce would come out of the stadium.
Yo,
you said what?
That's what I thought. I thought I was gonna say. No, I said bring it on, right?
Could you imagine if Sauce Money came out for Bring It On or from Marcy to Hollywood?
Yeah,
that's on my playlist.
I just think that Middle Finger album, it was disappointing because the beats. I'm like, damn, bro, like these shits is. It's not even like you pick back beats. It's like there's no way you didn't think these beats was whack. Like, why did you pick like?
Yeah, Puff on there though. Puffy was on that album.
What happened?
Yeah, Puffy on that album. So I think Puff had an influence over the sound of that album too.
Like,
but that was when the time he was writing for Puff too.
Was like noticeably whack. It was like everybody should have known them shits was whack and not useful. Like,
but that's around the time he was writing. He was writing for Puff too. Because he's writing for Puff. Puff had a lot of ghostwriters, bro. A lot. Like he probably had the most ghostwriters all time, straight up. Because everybody thought just bad boy niggas writing for him. Nah, like you had Royce da 5'9" writing for Puff in like 06.
Puff had everybody: Jada, Jay-Z, Nas, Sauce Money,
Styles,
everybody.
Yup. Yo. He wasn't picky about who write for him, but he did pick the right people. I'd say that.
Right. Mark Curry.
You know what I mean? Mark, I feel bad for him, yo. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I saw the interview with him. He cried or something like that. Matter of fact, he was in that Was he in that Diddy story? That Diddy
Yeah,
documentary?
he was in
Mark
the
Curry.
documentary. Yeah.
Yeah, because we only seen him once, right?
Mhm.
Like,
I mean,
like,
yeah, like the Bad Boy for Life joint. He was on that.
yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
No, but he was a writer for Diddy. A lot
Yeah.
of Diddy.
Yeah, he
Cuban Link.
was
I didn't know
Link.
about that. Wow,
Cuban Link wrote for Diddy too.
that's crazy. Allegedly, I never heard that until now. Power. Cuban Link. It's crazy.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, yo. But oh, so all right. So,
Mhm.
who else I'm missing from Brooklyn?
There's a lot.
Shit,
Skyzoo, Skyzoo, Special Ed, J. Rule.
Special Ed was just
Little King.
in my hood Saturday performing.
Oh wow.
But I missed it because I was in Philly with the lady and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The
Yep.
jazz
Yeah,
thing, but
There's another MC from Brooklyn. Now, this guy is an acquired taste for some people, and most people know him for his end of year wrap ups. You know who I'm talking about.
Uncle Murder?
Yep.
Fuck no. He ain't making my list. What? Uncle Murder.
Hey,
Especially the way he carrying on about Memphis Bleak right now, man. That shit
If
crazy.
that's the case, I'm putting Fabulous. Fabulous better than both of them niggas. Shit.
Both who?
Bleak and Uncle Murder and
Oh
Tony.
man,
Yayo,
I
they
ain't.
beefing
Oh
over
god.
nothing. I'm like, what? Fabulous better than both of them.
Yeah. What's
Fab is definitely better than Bleak. But
I ain't gonna hold you though. The old Bleak is my favorite Bleak. The old Bleak.
I like Bleak over Yayo and Uncle Murder.
Yeah, Fab
Me
is
too.
better
Oh.
than Bleak. But I think Bleak gets too much hate. Like, I don't know why, but
Nah, Bleak is better than
because he
Uncle
didn't
Murder.
apply
And,
himself.
yeah.
You didn't apply
Huh?
yourself. What you mean?
No, I think Bleak is better than Uncle Murder and Yayo. And I ain't gonna hold you. My favorite Bleak is around that time. What's that song you just said? That's on my playlist. Rock. Marcy Hollywood.
Yeah.
He said when Jay gave him the alley-oop, he said nothing worse than the person that's foul with guts. Stick you quicker. This brand new nigga, yo, this is the foulness. This ain't Hollywood, it's the Wild West. Whoever guns the loudest. That's Bleak right there, yo. And
I used to like Bleak's first two albums. Them shits was fire. I don't care.
I love the Understanding. That's his best album to me. Love that joint.
y'all remember Celebration? Y'all remember Celebration?
Yeah.
They passed dun 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 dun.
That was fire.
Now
That's
to the greatest. Motherfuckers can't beat us, join us. And he said, flow like water, rap niggas front eye, order applause you, clap at you, point them back at you. I ain't gonna hold you. It felt like when Philly came to play, it might have overshadowed Bleak.
Right.
When
he Sauce Money's on that joint too.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Street pimping ain't good. Quick to bro sounds like a thing. Niggas hit the ground like Senka. Yeah.
Yeah.
Show me the money like Clue tapes. Jay McGuire.
I'm like, bro, they're not gonna have no verses with Bleak and Yayo. They need to stop.
Oh no. Whoa. Who said that?
They actually put they trying to have like people to hit up Swizz and Timbaland to have a verses because they've been going back and forth and Yayo's like my songs are better than yours and Bleak saying the same thing and you know what I mean. I'm like, come on, man. Like I don't want to see it.
I think Bleak got him. Yayo's gonna have to pull out their 50 card. But,
yeah.
You know.
I think Uncle Murder is a better MC than Bleak just because Bleak is whack.
Uncle Murder? I can't name one song.
I've always said that Bleak was whack.
Murder ever did. That was great.
Yo, try, bro. Have I always
He said it's so calm too, man. This Bleak is whack.
Yo.
I've always said like
Uncle Murder.
Has,
you think Uncle? You must really. And people talk about me and Fabulous. I think you really hate Bleak if you saying that. Uncle Murder. What album does he have that was so good?
He got the
Uncle
Lenny
Murder.
Grant
You think Uncle Murder was better than Memphis Bleak?
He said the Lenny Grant. No.
Yo.
Nah.
Okay. Let me ask. Is there any Bleak album that's classic to you?
There's the best album he got to me was The Understanding and 534. I think those two albums were like his best.
Shit, I think his first two, The Coming and The Understanding.
Yeah,
Understanding. Yeah, I like Understanding, yo.
Yeah, Understanding was fire. He had some big hits off of that album.
Courtesy of you know who. Courtesy of you
Yeah,
know
but
who. Like
even and that's what I'm talking about, because they battling over. I'm like, yo, your bosses helped you out. 50 Cent helped out Yayo, and Jay helped out Bleak. You know what I'm saying? So
Yo,
what
it's
they
so
battling
good.
over?
But at least with
You know
Uncle
me?
Murda, before he joined G Unit, Uncle Murda has some motion for himself.
Nah, man.
Nah.
I don't know
He
what
did.
album he got out that you think is great.
The only song I like from Uncle Murder was the shit. What was it? You'll Be Alright. Like that shit. That shit was cool.
Now, I ain't gonna front. When he first came out back in like 06, 07, I ain't gonna hold you, yo. Matter of fact, I got some footage of Uncle Murder in that studio, 8th and something down Manhattan, whatever. But Uncle Murder, he was talking greasy, especially like the DVD era, like Smack and
when he was beefing with Papoose.
And what's my name? What's my man that died? Yo, that was my guy too. I remember Kevlar.
Yeah, I remember him.
He got murdered, right?
I didn't.
Is that the guy that got? They were saying
that was Papoose man.
They're saying Fabulous or something. What's wrong with it?
No. I ain't no. I ain't saying all that. I don't know involved in nothing. I'm just saying somebody got popped. I ain't. But
no. I'm saying that's what the story was, or something like it was like some crews, like Fabulous crew, was getting involved or something. I don't know.
Nah, I ain't. Nah, but I never heard
I was
this.
talking about Maserati Fox. I think I was talking about him.
I remember him. Maserati.
That's J.O. boy. He was a street nigga caught up in the streets. Maserati Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to have me cracking up on DVDs. I ain't gonna hold you, yo. He's had me bugging. I ain't gonna hold you, like just like you know we had me just like Oskino be had me cracking up. Oskino, you know Oskino.
Right.
Yeah.
Oskino be had me cracking up.
And you think I'm harsh on Bleak? Listen to Oskino. Like what I'm saying, you know, makes what.
Because he's mad at Jay for some reason. He's mad at Jay.
Ain't more mad than Choke No Joke though. Choke No Joke. That nigga don't stop, yo. I don't know what the fuck happened. My people said the reason why because he didn't get paid or some shit like that. He said that's what happens when you don't pay people.
Because Jay-Z had jumped him.
What? Whoa.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, they had broke his jaw. Jay-Z and his crew in the Rockefeller during that whole time at the end of the Rockefeller days. When he was the cameraman for them, he was trying to film them or something, and Jay-Z never really fucked with him because Choke No Joke was more so Dame Dash's camera guy. So I don't know. There's some beef there, and then somehow Choke got jumped by Jay-Z and his people, and they broke his jaw. So he's been holding that grudge for 30 years now, telling that story.
Oh, I ain't know that. Damn, Choke. Damn. Now that is. And what y'all think about but I ain't gonna hold you real quick. Back to Rock. I can't front. I can't front, bro. Like I don't want to compare him to Bleak because I never heard his old albums, but I remember Murder having some shit. Like before he got signed with Hove, when he got signed with Hove, and after that he just took over the year and wrap up from Mad Skills because Mad Skills started to bore me a little bit.
But the thing about it is, Uncle Murder's rap-ups were far more entertaining. They're far more.
Because he has no filter.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But Mad Skills, he did outrhyme Uncle Murder on what's that diss track he did? The diss track that Mad Skills did when Uncle Murder, bragged about stealing his wrap up, and Mad Skills went to the booth and fried him. And Uncle Murder never came back after that. And he named 20 MCs that was better than Uncle Murder from Brooklyn.
That's crazy.
Oh shit! Damn. But I ain't gonna hold you. Now don't get twisted. Mad Skills ain't a slouch. He probably one of my favorite rappers from Virginia.
Yeah. He's dope.
Mad Skills was super dope back in the day. Like the shit, like metaphors he was doing, like when he was in his prime.
Yep.
That shit was like, I remember he said something about the song nodding so hard to have you rocking back and forth, looking like you constipated or some shit. It's some shit like that. I don't know. It was fire though.
Nod Factor.
Yo, I think his first album is pretty much
Definitely.
It's like a cult favorite.
Underground classic.
Yeah,
I wish Timberland did more with him, man. I don't know why
Yeah.
that shit didn't work out, man.
I agree.
I think because I remember this was at a period in Maskell's career where he had lost to Supernatural at the New Music Seminar, but he got the record deal and he was working a lot with Q-Tip.
Yeah.
We in Supernatural Battle on Rock?
Huh?
Supernatural Battle Matt Skills?
Yeah. This was in '93.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was before or after the battle with Craig G? Because you know everybody talk about the Supernatural and Craig G battle to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this was way before.
I think it's online. It's on the internet, right? I think I seen footage of that.
You can find it online.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I could definitely see them two battling. I haven't heard of Supernatural in years though, but that classic. They said Supernatural beat Craig G, right? In that battle.
If I remember correctly, yeah, I think so. Because Craig G, because I remember there was Craig G. He felt like he was losing, so he was trying to distract Super Nat, and Super Nat started freestyling about Craig G, trying to distract him, and the crowd was on his side. And even Craig G said years later that at that point he was drunk, and once he saw that the crowd was on Supernatural's nuts, he was like, "Fuck this shit."
Wow.
Yo,
that is wild.
Yeah, he totally admitted that Supernatural beat him. But the thing about it is that Supernatural, he won a record deal, but the album never came out.
Right.
And I think that was when the stereotype about battle rappers not being able to make music started to become more and more louder.
And that's a myth, because I just heard Nems and Ron Browse, they put out an album that's fire.
Yeah, Nems. I forgot Nems a battle rapper, but
yeah.
My Jersey boy, motherfucking Sue Surf, he been making dope music since the beginning of his battle career.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just never went mainstream, but he been making. Oh, let me ask you a question. Did y'all in y'all Brooklyn list? Did y'all mention my guy, Mr. Dirty Rotten Scandals?
Yes.
J. Rule.
J. Rule.
Yes. J. Rule.
Yeah.
Because J. Rule, he got. I was always a fan of J. Rule, right? He's one of them against the grain niggas, and I don't know if y'all remember that track he made about how he saved hip hop, but it was one of the dopest saving hip hop songs I ever heard to this day. How he went to Death Row, and Bad Boy was, I went to go visit Puff and
was it One Day?
That's I forgot the name of the song, but
I think the song is called One Day or something.
Yeah, and then like Crooklyn Dodgers 2, he had the best part.
Yeah.
He had the best part. And mind you, all those are my guys. Chubb Rock and OC, them my niggas. But motherfucking J. Rule he killed that shit. Excuse me while I light my spliff.
I never forget when I first met J. Rule, man. That shit blew my fucking mind, because it's the last thing I expected to see from J. Rule. You know what I'm saying? Quote unquote. So I'm at fucking I'm on the lower east side at EO Dub Avenue A. And I'm at the Pyramid, and I'm outside at the line and shit, the open mic. Here comes J. Rule, strolls up to the front, and I'm talking to the security guard in the front, because we was just cool like that. J. Rule walks up, and I'm like, oh shit, that's fucking J. Rudy Damager. And guess who he has on both on each side of his shoulder, man?
White women.
2 white girls.
Why I had feelings you was gonna say that, bro?
I was
Wow.
like, what the? I was like, yo, it's not a problem, but it's the last thing I expected from J. Rule to damage. You know?
Right.
Yo,
That shit was so
I
weird
kind
to
of
me.
knew there were white women just from the setup.
But nah, bro. You know what though, bro? I'm gonna be honest, man. And this come from both black men and women. That's like extra soulful. Them be the main ones. I remember this song by this lady named Heather Headley. I don't know if y'all remember her, Heather Headley.
Yeah.
And at the time, me and my girl was driving back from North Carolina and shit. And that song came on the radio, The Soul Protector. I'm like, this is a soul sister, you know what I'm saying? And when I seen her husband, yo, that nigga look like he straight Pepperidge Farm cracker. I said, oh my God, what the fuck? I was like, that nigga look like he never got off 280 until they built Prudential Center. I swear to God. Word up. You be surprised, yo. Like, let me ask y'all a question. How would y'all feel if y'all see Dr. Umar with a bunny?
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, what the?
You know what? To me,
but right now it's kind of expected. You know what I'm saying? I kind of expect that from people like that nowadays.
It wouldn't surprise me because he makes an issue out of brothers, you know, dating white women so much, but it seems like he's projecting. You know, it's like that saying, "Doth protest too much." Like if you make too much of an issue out of it, then obviously it's something that's on your mind, and maybe you're projecting onto other people. And you know, a lot of like those so-called black nationalists, they talk all of this pro-black stuff. We need to stay together. We need to build our own land. We need to be self-reliant. Yada yada yada. And like you said, when they're away, doing one thing, they're preaching another.
Right.
Nah, you right. I ain't got nothing against interracial relationships. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I just have a problem with. I got a problem with people who straight up just trash who they are, like Officer Tatum. That's another story. But that, oh my God, if he ain't trying to get the Coon Award, I don't know what.
He is not a police officer, man. He's a former police officer.
Bro, he trying to get more than the police. Man, listen, that nigga. I'm telling you, man, he trying to get the Ku Klux Klan, the I Hate Black Award, yes, a Master Award, all that in one, man. Straight up, yo, I ain't, bro. This is like in my lifetime. This is one of the biggest coons I've ever seen. Straight up.
This dude really said that he wouldn't cry for his own kids, but he cried for Charlie Kirk.
That's some corny shit, man. That's. But again, when you trash your culture, you don't love yourself, yo. And the shit he talking and how he's trying to market it, black hate off of the death of a young black man. Let me tell you something, man. He the most disgusting black man in the history of this earth. Straight up. But that's another story, though. But that's how it be, though.
I thought Sheriff David Clark was the most self-hating black man I've ever seen. But this dude just took it up a notch.
A notch? I don't know. You might add 10 times to that one.
I mean, this dude he made it his mission to go to Mississippi and say these white guys are innocent, but you don't even know, what evidence needs to be gathered. You haven't asked any investigative questions. You immediately assume that these people are innocent. They, or they could have not had anything to do with it, but just saying outright that, these guys are innocent because, what do you say, Benjamin Crump and Al Sharpton, they're, trying to, hang these, innocent white boys. Like, just think about that. Like Mississippi, the state that has brutalized black people historically lynched, beaten, burned, but Al Sharpton and Benjamin Crump, they're the problem.
Yeah, but you know what though, Rock? On some real, man. I'm gonna say this. Um, it's crazy how in this situation you got. I'm gonna tell you something. He's actually just the leader of a whole new black movement that's against what we believe in, yo. It's a female group. It's a female I follow, right? And then she started talking different. So I was about to unfollow her, but I had to put how I feel about it to the side and just to see what she say. And it's a group of women now. They call it the New Black Society, right? And they basically the female version of what Tatum doing. And the sad thing about it, you got more whites defending what happened to Nolans than them. You get what I'm saying? Like Nancy Grace grilled Tatum, and he tried to say they took a lie detector test. She said, "Well, what type?" He said, "Well, not exactly a lie detector test. But they took something equivalent." She said, "So, Tatum, did they take a lie detector test? Yes or no?" I guess they didn't. She said, "All right, well, how you gonna say they took it?" And like she called him out. And so if he's reaching to protect the guilt, because we all know they did that shit, and that 911 call is enough to get an arrest. Not 911 call, but the dispatcher call about the boat.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's obvious. Obvious the brothers on that boat dead. And that's obvious reason to arrest them. But again, they got the system behind them. They got the governor. Mom's the judge, amongst other real talk, they still follow traditions from the 50s, bro. And real talk, Mississippi, I don't know why we even there. Why that shit should be all white, because don't know blacks gonna have any type of equality in a town like in a state like Mississippi.
Right.
And what's even more disappointing is that Nolan Wells' mother, she took it upon herself to get the cell phone of her dead son when his friends couldn't be bothered to give that to the police. So the mother is doing more than the police, more than his friends, and that black lady she shouldn't have to go through all of this rigmarole just to see a modicum of justice. Not even justice, but just give the appearance that you're going to follow the proper set of procedures for an investigation.
So let me ask y'all this: how y'all think this is gonna play out?
They're going to get off, I think, anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because they already got the advantage. The mom is a lawyer, right?
Nah, judge.
The judge. That's even worse. So she's going to rule in the son's favor. You know, they'll probably make up some fake story about what happened, and you know.
And they also be going to criminalize Nolan Wells. You know, they're already doing it like this. You know, he wasn't, a saint. You know, they're trying to make him. They're trying to dirty up his reputation so that those white guys, they seem, more justified in not,
right,
saving his life.
Yeah, he interviewing them and everything, man. And only thing I disagree with the moms though, I think the moms should fall back a little bit more on social media. Why? I don't think she should overtalk, because
right,
that other side is too quiet, and you never know what they're observing to use against her in court. You know what I'm saying? One slip. I think who should do the most talking is their representation. Real talk. Don't get too involved. Don't get engaged and get too caught up in the attention, because that's what people do. Because they will try to use her words against her. It's one thing in the beginning, but after that, I think she should just fall back in silence and let the work for her. knows the father. He don't be talking like that. He might have him in like the actual like interviews, like the Good Morning America and shit like that. But even those, yo, it's only been a month. I think that's enough talking.
Right.
It's time for the action. You know what I mean? Enough talking, because listen, we listen. Everybody know enough, and that that dispatcher call, that's enough evidence for an arrest. And real talk, they keeping it tight because let's be clear. If one person gets found guilty, unless they take the weight, everybody got to go to jail. Everybody who covered it up, tampered with evidence. I mean, even from the first autopsy, because they said some of his body organs was missing. Me personally, I think I think them organs possibly could have went into the market of human trafficking. Because they be selling organs and shit to, you know what I mean?
Right.
But, and it's, like I said, it's sad, but it's only been a month. And I will fall back, if I was them, I would fall back from talking, and I would just let my representation do his work, because they too quiet, and they quiet for a reason. They really being strategic like a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? But I'm surprised they let the little goofy ass kids do interviews with old boy. You know what I'm saying? Because they about to tell themselves anyway. They damn near saying stupid shit, sounding nervous, and so But hopefully it play out in our favor.
Yo, and the FBI, they are going to, they're going, if this does reach their desk, they're just going to, play the bureaucracy game and just, and just take their time just addressing it, if they even address it at all. Because if it was another administration, this would be given more of a priority. Like like you said, I think because the mother is so grief stricken, I think a lot of what she's talking is pain that might be better served if she spoke to a therapist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yo, this was. Go ahead. Y'all got anything else to add about the story?
Oh yeah. I'm done with the story. Yeah. Yeah.
I think as far as Mississippi is concerned, I think Mississippi has a long history of black people being brutalized and mistreated. And on one hand, I feel what Ray is saying, like black people should just leave Mississippi. Like it's clear that black people will always be treated as second-class citizens down there.
Right.
But on the other, I'm thinking, black people have built a lot of. We've built a lot of what Mississippi is, not just geographically, but culturally. Fannie Lou Hamer, the woman that created the Mississippi Democratic political party. It was the first political party, if I remember, for black people at a time when voting rights was denied to black people. So a part of me would like to see black people not kowtow to these bigots and racists, but play it smart. I want to see to close it out. I think I would like to see more black people with power or influence use what they have to to influence some of these white power brokers. Like if you have money and you got these white power brokers that want to do business with you, just say, look, I'll do business with you, but you got to remove these judges. You have to remove these school board superintendents. Like you have to flex some power, to remove some of these bad apples out.
Right.
And I would like to see that done in the Bible Belt. Do it in other parts of the country, because I think that's one of the only ways shit like this will stop happening.
Yeah, man. We got to get that dude out of the office though, from the White House. You know what I mean?
So they said what's the name about to run again. I don't know how true that is. They said Kamala Harris about to run again.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, supposedly. Hey, hopefully she get in.
You know what happened last time, right?
Yeah.
They say Elon Musk people had hacked the system, and then I guess it's like whoever gets a certain amount first, and they said after the election, they like did the count, and they said in actuality she really won by a landslide. It's just that her votes got suppressed. Yeah, so it's like they cheated, basically. You know what I'm saying? So
yep.
I think if Kamala does run, she would have 4 years of evidence against the opposing political party. Like if these 3.5 years hasn't made an impression on you about the future of this country, then I don't believe nothing will. And no matter if it's Kamala or somebody else, I think the only way that'll happen is if enough people, vote and they care enough about what's happening, not just for black people, but for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Bro, this was a great show. Shout out to Kavase and Uncle Freezy and Reg and Sam, and we had a great show tonight. I had to do this, great list of legendary Brooklyn MCs, and for people that missed it, Ray, you could check out the playback, and everybody else check the playback out, and it was great. Salute to you, Rocker. This is great. Let the people know where they can find you at on social media.
Well, you can find me at Instagram at RAKABASH. Last week we had Mo Preem on as a guest, and it's definitely a highlight of mine for this year, and striving, to reach out to more people.
Yes.
They don't even have to be famous, but if you're somebody whose voice is needed, we would like to amplify that voice so that you can so that so their message can be heard, and just to break bread. You got, if you have a talent that we don't have, and vice versa, let's link up and see what comes of it. So
yeah, man.
That's it.
So Ray, let them know where they can find you at.
Yeah, you could definitely find at You Gotta Respect at Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Just give everybody an update. Been quiet for a minute. I can say this now. Finally, the previous contract of the last platform has been terminated. So it's back to free agent. I can say free agent. Right now, we in talks with different platforms. I won't name the names, but they reached out to a brother, so I'm fortunate for that. More live screening dates, and listen. Hopefully, y'all be excited when the new situation is finalized. So right now, we in transition as far as streaming platforms. I apologize to anybody who who was going to the link and he couldn't play. That was part of the reason why we had to leave that the last company. Shout out to them though, because once the paperwork was submitted, they didn't hesitate to terminate the contract. They didn't give me no hassle. We had to go further in court. You know, so they just respected the request. So forever appreciate it. But, you know, it did put a dent in the heart of the promotion. So, you know, I was a little tight about, when I go into a little tight, I was a lot tight about that. But, you know, things happen. And fortunately, you know, you got to respect the legends. Hip hop will give you something real special this next quarter. And that's all I can say for now.
No doubt. Looking forward to it, man. Definitely. It's definitely a must watch for anybody that didn't check it out. Hopefully they get a chance next time around to check it out. It's a dope hip hop documentary. People are gonna love it. And you know, salute to you, Ray, for everything that you've done. So I'm definitely support it when that video drop.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yep.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it.
And we'll definitely be back next week. I want it, like I told Rocker, I want to get more guests on. And because I really enjoyed the interview that we did with Mo Preem, and I want to get more guests on like every week, or try to, like every other week. So we're definitely gonna be working behind the scenes to do that. Salute Mojo. Check us out. You missed the live. Check us out. Top 10 Brooklyn MCs all time. I know you're gonna love it. You know what I'm saying? We're currently doing top 50 New York rappers on Instagram with the homie Nostalgic from Chicago. So tune in every Tuesday night. We went live last night, and we're doing I think it's like 45 to 41 now. So we're climbing up the ladder to the top 5, and that's gonna be dope too. So check us out. Shout out to the Hip Hop Jedis. Shout out to Jason. He was in here earlier. Shout out to Power. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and we'll see you all next week. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, man.